everybody. Welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and today we're getting into a wonderful playthrough of Kinfire Chronicles Nightfall. I gotta make sure my audio's good. Y'all know I don't want to be clipping out when you need to hear me. So we're gonna get into this playthrough. I was introduced to this game. I saw the Kickstarter for this game, and I didn't back it only because when I watched the playthroughs of it, it was all kind of, it was like it was a play, like they were doing a story thing, and I was like, I didn't see mechanics. I wasn't sure how it worked. Do I need another game at this time? So I didn't back it. Then I went to Gen Con and hung out with the group from Foreteller at the Foreteller booth, and they were telling me more about it, and I was like, okay, well, it's narrative, it's got a lot of story, I understand why they were doing that, so it might be relevant to some interest. So I got it at Gen Con, like the Kickstarter version with the upgrade, right? And so I got that at Gen Con, and had that delivered, but it still sat on my shelf. Hey Dom, what's up? But it still sat on my shelf. And it was more like, okay, well, when am I going to play this game? When am I going to play this if I am? So I went to a Game of Palooza, and Steve from Co-op Guild, he and Kim had it, and so we played a mission of it, and I was like, oh, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. So it has this nice little narrative. I don't know how I feel about the bag in terms of draw, but we'll see how it shakes out in this play, and we'll see how it goes. But it looks like it'll be fun. It looks like it'll be fun. So we're gonna see how this goes, how this plays, and we'll see. We'll just see. One of the other things that I do want to bring up, though, that also had me bring it to the channel, because I was thinking of when to do it and I wasn't sure, and the thing that really brought it out was that Foreteller, who is here Foreteller, they actually just released the alpha of their web app, so we're going to be using that tonight. I played this, I got it got fun a few missions in. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, there's Foreteller actually released their web app, and they're going to be, from what I understand, they're going to be sunsetting the two other apps, the Android and the iPhone one, and they're going to be focusing solely on development on this. So, but they haven't migrated everything over. Your games will still be there. They're just slowly migrating games onto the web app. So if you go on the web app, which is foreteller.gg, which is in the description below, if you go on the app and you don't see your game, don't panic. If you go to their Discord, they have a list of all the games that they've ported so far, and they're porting all the other games as well. So all games that Foreteller has audio for will migrate over to the web app. They're doing it in a staged process so that they do it properly. They don't want to port everything over and then 10 billion things break and then you're mad at them because your audio is not working. So you can still use the iPhone or Android app for the stuff that hasn't been ported over to the web app, but they have ported over a few things. And so far, I messaged them about some stuff that I saw on there, but so far the Thomas and crew has been super responsive to it, and it's been going great. It's been looking fantastic, and we're gonna play the mission that comes Quest 1, the Road to Vina. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sure Foreteller will tell me the proper terminology, but we will go into we will be using the web app so you can get a visual of what that looks like and how it works. It's pretty straightforward, and I love that they did it on a web app. It's way more scalable, right? Instead of them having to fiddle with two completely different avenue segments, they can focus on this web app, and it just works out. So, all right. Before I begin, I want to say thank you to my patrons, my YouTube subscribers, and if you're neither, just coming in to hang out, thank you and welcome as well. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to check it out. Let's get some information, and then we'll get down to the table. So, Kinfire Chronicles Nightfall delivered, well, to me, after Gen Con. The Foreteller narration in this is very cool. Sound effects and all. All of Foreteller's cool, Dom. It's not just this game. All of Foreteller's cool. I always tell them they are the standard for tabletop narration. So if any other company comes in and says, hey, we're doing tabletop narration, compare it to Foreteller. If it ain't that, don't worry about it. They are the standard at this point. So hey Steph, what's going on? Kinfire Chronicles Nightfall, it delivered this year, right? So it's still new. It's still getting its feels out there. But I've heard a lot of people say that they've played it and they've beat it. And there's an expansion that's coming out already for you to pre-order on the Incredible Dream Studios website, right? So you can go in there and get that next expansion that's on its way. But we'll see how this goes. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna see 1 to 4 players. Community says 1 to 4, but best play 2 to 4. I'm gonna be playing two-handed. I've selected my 2 characters. One of them was selected for me by Nate. So Nate from Foreteller selected one of the characters that I'll be playing, and then I picked the other one because yeah, it checks out. So we'll see how it works. But 2 to 4 player, I'll be playing two-handed, 45 to 60 minutes, 14 plus, and the weight's about a 2.88 out of 5 because it sounds like it's supposed to be very easy to approach, very simple to pick up and play, and you'll see how it goes, right? You hear a bunch of people, that haven't tried it yet have something to say. I don't roll like that. Let me play the game, see what it's like, and if it's a win, it's a win. If it's not, then it's not, and that's just how it works. Designed by Kevin Wilson and 3 others that aren't labeled on here for some reason, but that's okay, Kevin. You and your crew made a very pretty game. It's very beautiful. A wonderful group of artists worked on this stuff. The art's gorgeous. It is gorgeous, and published by Incredible Dreams Studios. So let's go ahead and get down to the table. I've already done some preliminary setup, but we're going to go introduce our characters. This is going to be kind of us getting into it. I have not played this scenario. I've read some things I have a feeling about, but I have not played any of this outside of what I played, actually played, outside of what I played with Kim and Steve. So you're learning this game if this is your first time. I'm learning it with you. And for those who have played it, please check me on rule stuff. If I screw up something, let me know. I want to play this proper. I want people to enjoy it. And we're going to have a good time. All right, down on the table. Okay, so we've got it all set up here. I will be playing Valora Helmsman and Fen Longstride. So Fen Longstride, I believe this is what Nate picked for me to play, was Fen Longstride. And because I had such a fun time playing Valora over with at Game of Palooza, she's back, and she's going to be one of my characters that are on here. Plus, she's an archer. I can snipe people from far, and that seems fun. So we've got a bard, and we've got an archer. This ought to be, we could tank this thing. We could tank it. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, how we kick this stuff off is, as you can see, I opened it up, but it comes in these books, right? So these books with a number on it that says 1. And the rule book is not much to it. It says that it teaches you how to play the game as you play it, so you don't have to read a 30-page rule book or a 78-page rule book before you learn how to play the game. So we're going to go through all this other good stuff. I'm going to play this on Foreteller so you can check it out, and we'll follow those rules. Hey Steve, what's going on? So if there are any rule stuff that you see me mess up, like I said, let me know so I can fix it and we can all have an enjoyable time. Let me pull up the app so you can see what that looks like. Oh, I just turned it on and off. Okay, so this is the web app for Foreteller that is brand new. Of course, my name's a little bit higher up, but all you do is go to foreteller.gg, sign in onto your name, and then it will pull up the games that you have that they have ported over. Remember, I'm going to say this again because I don't want anybody putting in comments, my game ain't there. They have ported over some games, not all of them, okay? And for me, I have a lot more games that are in the library. So if I go to their library and I say, okay, this is all the games that they have ported over for me, it'll take a little bit of second to load, but I tested out some of them that's on there, but they only so far have Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, Kinfire, Sleeping Gods, and Isofarian Guard. These are what I own, right? So if you have more than me that's in your library, it's because you own more than I do, that they have ported over. But I still have more games that they're going to be porting over for mine as well. Malgamus, just finished the campaign last weekend, so I'm pretty fresh on the rules. Sweet, I love it. So, and it's kind of beautiful. The app looks, it's pretty smooth to use, and it's pretty nice. So if we go to get started on this for Kinfire, it'll pull up Kinfire and it'll say, Kinfire Chronicles, Night's Fall, how long, how much audio is on there, a kind of brief breakdown of what's going on, right? If you want to search for something within the scenario itself, like just put the scenario title in here, it'll mimic it down. But then they have all the different stories that are on here with beautiful art for you to use. The rulebook was a bit annoying for me as we had planned a day playing multiple scenarios. I had to read ahead in multiple boxes to learn the whole game in advance. Oh, that's one of the things that a lot of people said that they don't like, is I don't mind if it teaches me as I play. The one thing that bothered me about this, and I hope that they learn from that, Incredible Dream Studios learns from this, is don't play it for me. And you'll see what I'm talking about as we go through this first battle, because it's a very quick battle we get into, but it takes you through rounds 1 and 2. I was like, tell me if you want to teach me how to play incrementally, that's cool. Don't play it for me. Let me play it. And that's, but we'll go through what the expectation is, because this is people learning to play as well. But Dom, I get the reason why. All right, so we are doing quest 1, right? So quest 1, the road to Vinna, and I'm gonna shut my face and let the smooth jazz tones of Foreteller serenade you.
Darkness fell. Every last star in the sky was blackened out. It was madness. The land itself was twisted and transformed overnight, with unknown thousands whisked away. To where? No one knew. The Starless Nights had returned.
In this chaos, there stood a single beacon, the elven city of Dinlux. Its Kinfire lighthouse bathed the area in a protective glow. Only those within reach of the lighthouse survived the first Starless Night, including the great army laying siege to Dinlux that very hour. Sigurd the Sickly, the warlord from Dwar Fell, who commanded this army, agreed to lay down their weapons and, in exchange, Hierophant Selin opened the gates of Dinlux as a place of refuge.
But peace was not so easy. The mercenary leader of the Orcs, Vath of the Tusk Rippers, sensed an opportunity and organized his soldiers to take control of Dinlux in a swift but not unbloody coup. Once an unsteady peace settled in, with Vath sitting at the head of the city council, a new organization was established, the Seekers Guild.
You and your companions are Seekers, a team of well-trained individuals working together on behalf of the people of Dinlux. Your magically crafted Kinfire lanterns allow you to navigate the darkness of the Starless Nights somewhat safely. Still fresh to the guild, you and your fellow Seekers are out on assignment, escorting a caravan of workers and priests to Vinna, a nearby farming village. Hierophant Selin will arrive in a few days to complete a new lighthouse, built to protect the people and farms who have become essential to feeding the now overcrowded city.
Night is beginning to fall, the normal kind, thankfully, when a dark shadow passes overhead. A shriek breaks the silence, followed by the rustling of leathery wings. A creature, long and scaled, circles and lands before you. A wyvern. You reach for your weapons.
Ah, Foreteller's so awesome. This is better than the audiobook I've read. Way better than my monotone reading. Hey, I do monotone reading as well. I don't knock it. Hey, Brian. Hey, Pickle. How's it going? All right, so it says, oh, let me hide that. Sorry, that's in your way. There we go. So it says, this was exactly what was read just now. So I was looking at that while I was going. So it says, open the atlas to map 1 and then read card 1/1. So when you open up this book, it comes with a bunch of stuff in it for you to set up. It comes with this combat rule book that's going to play the game itself. That annoys me. But we're going to open up the map to map 1, which is that. And then we're going to grab, and it says to then read card 1/1, which if you look on the back of this, it says card 1/1. We're going to flip it over. And I'm going to try to read what it says. As you lift your weapon to do battle with the wyvern, a what? A shivery feeling rushes through you. I gotta look this way. A shivery feeling rushes through you, an almost alien feeling of deja vu and correctness, as if you've been waiting all your life for this moment. You gain 2 fate tokens. We'll grab 2 fate tokens, and we'll put our fate tokens here, and I'll explain to you what those are in a second. Punch them out of the cardboard in Quest 1 and place them next to the map on the spaces indicated for them. Next, go to card 1/2 and refer to the combat rulebook found in Quest 1 to learn how to set up and play out a combat. The whole game box is such a joy to open and put away. Yeah, so we did 1/1, so we're going to 1/2. So we know that this is 1/2. It says so here. And this has battle setup. So battle setup is this. All right. We're going to run through some of this in shorthand. So what comes with is it comes with this card that is our wyvern that we're going to fight, right? So it's a wyvern beast. It's got 3 things that it does. 1, with the sudden lunge, the wyvern darts forward, snapping its massive jaws at you. So it does an 8 attack. After attacking, the wyvern refocuses. So refocus is always, it focuses on who its target is, the person with the most health. After it smacks somebody for 8, it's going to refocus to who has the most health next and turn on them. The wyvern's massive tail snaps around like a whip, striking anyone within reach. Now, if you notice here, these are 2 different symbols, right? This symbol here says that it attacks 1 person. So 1 person's taking 8 damage. This symbol here says it attacks everyone in a specific square. So if you are in that square, if it's 1, 2, 5 of you, you're all getting hit for 4. And then he's got flapping its leathery wings, the wyvern circles around before diving straight down. Discard all statuses from the wyvern, then the wyvern moves directly to the target space. So it kind of flies to you. And it has 30 health. Yay! So we're going to put it here. Slide it like this, and it has 30 health. We're going to grab the health meter, its health meter, and turn it to 30. My second complaint of this game, and I don't know, Malgabus, Dom, and whoever's played this, I don't know if y'all, if you all had this issue, but the tightness on these health spinners suck. It sucks so bad. It's like, it's very loose. It's not tight. I tried to use vice grips to tighten them out. They're so easy to pull out. They're not really that great. However, it's a health ticker. I could just use if I really need to use a health ticker that's going to make sense, I could get my Marvel Champions one and use it. So it's not something that breaks the game or makes it not fun. It's just, it's a component that needs work. That's it. I could use my Marvel Champions one and be completely fine. Yes, it does. What do you got? What do we got? Except the 4 pocket things, the cards in the quest box come in. I hated those. Yeah. And the health spinners, but I have some I get from Etsy. Yeah, see, so you made use of it and it was fine. Interested to see which is worse for our dear Canje. Dice versus bag. Both, Brian. Both. Is the Pacific Square near the Bermuda Triangle? Damn you, Pickle. Damn you. You can put some paper in when you close them to tighten them up. Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that. I have heard other creators complain about it too. Damn, I wasn't. All right. Yeah. So this is this. So now we're looking at that setup, right? So you can't. I know you couldn't hear me. It's okay. So what next thing we do is we grab these bad boys here, right? If you notice, they match the numbers on the side. This is another thing that I'm not sure why they did it this way, right? I just question, but maybe it will reveal itself later as you play more. I don't know why they just didn't do, like, for instance, for this one, it's in here, it's 1 to 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I pull out of the bag a 1 to 5, this activates. Why not just give me a couple ones, right? A couple twos, a couple threes. I don't follow the UI on this, but I'm not, I didn't make the game. So then we do 6, and I'll show you why this is this way. It boggles the mind. Where's that? 7, 8 it. 7, 8 it. All right, so 9, and then 10, 11, 12. So basically, when these numbers come up, these things activate. But like I said, yeah, it'll become a bit more relevant. Yeah, because like I said, right now, it's doing, if I pull a 1 to 5, it'll do the first attack. If I do a 6 to 9 or draw this symbol, it'll do the second attack. And if I draw a 10 to 12, 10, 11, or 12, it'll do this attack. And I think to myself, okay, is there a better way to do this? That's all I'm thinking of. Is there a better way to do this? Yeah, it makes sense in later quests with multiple enemies. Yeah, it does make sense now. Okay, so that set that up. We've got 30 health, right? So we have the 30 health as it shows. We set these up, and then you see the footprint pieces. That's where we are. Ooh, what? And bright. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so that's where we start. We can choose where we want to start on one of these 4 spaces. So Valora, who these are acrylic, lovely acrylic standees that are here. And I would love to use these. And what's cool is that they have a front and a back. So it's like, it's not the front on both ends, it's front and back. So what I would, with these standees, which I really love standees, but I would prefer tokens over standees, like token chips. But these are still very nice. I may find this art somewhere and actually make tokens for this, because if I put this on the board here, you see how it's still kind of hard for you to see unless she's over the road. So I probably, as we're going to continue, if we continue to play this game, I'll probably replace these with tokens, with actual backgrounds that you can see, so that it'll become a little bit more relevant on where that is. So we'll put her there, and we've got Fen. So this is Fen that we have here, which is, I love the acrylic tokens. It's not ideal for streaming. That's all. So we'll put him here. And then we will grab the Wyvern. Now, if you got the base game, this is what you're going to get, which is the Wyvern standee. And there's a standee thing that you can put it on and hop it around. But if I do that, see, that's what it looks like on the board. Yeah. Fun for y'all to watch and track. So it would be this. However, because I got the upgrade, hey, look, I got the acrylic standee for the Wyvern. So he is going to start here, and that's where he'll be. So there you go. Oh, 1 seeker per space. Thank you. But that's where we are. That's where he starts. And says, if one seeker is defeated, you lose the game. You read card 1-3. If the Wyvern is reduced to 0 health, go to 1-4. So depending on how this goes out, the story continues on. Pull that. And that is the fight that's going to be happening with the Wyvern. Okay. So this game kind of walks you through a little bit of things, and this is what I don't like. This is the part I don't like. So I didn't read full. I started reading like the instructions, kind of like what Dom said he did, to try to read ahead and say this is what we'll have to do. So let's talk about this board. This is combat flow, right? So we're gonna draw up a hand of, each of us will draw up a hand of 7 cards, and then we'll play through and we'll run through all of that stuff. And then there's combat flow of how that stuff works. There's these fate tokens, and basically what that means is that at any time before drawing any chips from the bag, this is the initiative bag, right? So there's 1 to 12 plus a symbol plus our symbols in there, and I'll get into that in a second. But before drawing chips from that bag, you can discard one of these fate tokens into the void, which means they're gone forever. And if you do that, you get to draw 4 chips and pick 1 and put the rest back in the bag. So it kind of gives you that chance to check out, you know, to bend fate to your will, and that's what they're going for. That's what this is for. This is where the use chips go. The PTSD bag. This is where once you pull chips from the bag, they go here and just stack up. So this is where the bag's supposed to go, but I want to keep it close to me, so I'm just going to put it there. It's not a big, it doesn't matter if it's not there. It really doesn't matter. This is the time track. Okay, so how this works is, as you're pulling from the bag, there are different symbols that you can pull. There's a heart, there's your character turns, there's the enemy turns, there are heart symbols, and that heart symbol doesn't heal you, it more says you get an extra turn, right? The person who's on there gets an extra turn. And then there is a fate one, like one of these. When you pull those, you put those on here. When all 4 are filled, you take all the chips from this bag, from this section, and put them back in the bag. So basically, until this fills, you're drawing chips from the bag. You're drawing initiative. The bill hasn't had a turn in 20 minutes. Yeah. I wish they had done it a little bit differently, but we'll see how it goes. Now, remember, this enemy has 13, count them, 13 chips in this bag, which is, you know, it's kind of, the odds are stacked in your favor a little. They try to mitigate it out. I have Valora has 6 and Fen has 6 when you're playing 2-player. When you play 3-player, I think it goes down to 3 each, and when you play 4-player, it goes down to 2 each. So I have enough in here, but they try to mitigate it out, but it could go, it's like rolling dice. It's an initiative roll dice system that they should have just left it rolling dice, but I'll let y'all decide as I play through. We've got boost cards that we can do, and it just kind of talks about how the boosts work, and we'll get into that talk when we play. And then these are the status effects that are over here. And then this is, I don't know. This is stuff that is revealed to you as the game opens. You see, I haven't even opened any of them. So these are like secret stuff that will expand on the game as you build it out. But these are things that you acquire in your hand. This is good. The rest are bad. This is armor that you can help defend yourself, or you're stunned, you're hurt, you're weak, you're trapped, or you're exhausted, which all do bad things for you, and you don't want that. All right, so that is that setup that's here. On our player boards, we have Valora, who has, and can I zoom down to that? Oh, sweet, it worked. Okay, so we have Valora, who has Guardian from Afar. Each time, she has an innate ability. Each time Valora enters a space without enemies, she may choose another seeker within 1 space of her. That seeker gains 1 armor. So once I enter a space with no enemies, and once I enter a space with no enemies in it, I can then choose another seeker within 1 space of me to gain an armor card into their hand, which helps them defend. Fantastic and cool. When it's your turn, I get to do a couple things, and we'll talk through that, but that's her special ability. Because we're playing, this is another thing with these dials that I can't stand. If we're playing 3 to 4 player, she would start with 12 health. But because we're playing 2 player, and that is the minimum player number that you can play with, she gets 17 health. This would let her know how much armor card she starts with. She's going to be 0. So, fun time. This is her deck. I got the upgraded deck set, so as you can see, it's pretty cool. I really hope that they can multi-class. If they can, I'm super pumped. There's a divot here that I'm sure something goes into, but I don't know what. And no spoilers, please. No spoilers. So you shuffle this up. You draw 7, right? And we'll do that in a second. She also has her lantern. How lanterns work is it's in a charging state until it's not. What causes lanterns to flip from charging state to fully charged state, where you flip it over and you can use its ability, is if you refresh your hand, after you take all your actions. Let me make sure I say this right, and everybody keep me honest in chat. After you take all your actions, if you have no action cards in your hand, not boost, action cards, there's a difference, and you'll see that when we draw our hand. If you have no action cards in your hand, you discard your remaining cards from your hand, draw a new hand, gain an armor, and your lantern is charged. That's the only way I know of right now. I'm sure there are other ways to do it, but that's how I know it. So we'll shuffle up and I'll show you what I mean. So in her deck, actually I don't need it because I'll shuffle it. She has these like a movement card that's a boost card. It says boost. Or she has this Valora Bow that's an action card that's on here that you can see. Sorry, let me bend this so it's not glaring. So like that an action card's on here. So she has boost cards. It actually says boost on it. She has action cards, and that makes up. She also has a ward card that stays in play, right? And I know it's super blurry stuff that's going on. Let me see. There we go. So you see here it says ward action stays in play, Eye of the Huntress. So she has this ward action that stays in play that gives her some extra abilities if she needs it. But that kind of makes up her deck, right? Like if it's not a ward card, it's an action or boost card. If you don't, at the end of your turn, if you don't have any action cards in your hand, so you use them all, which is kind of the plan, then you get to charge your lantern, flip it over to what it is, and then your next turn you can use its ability for what it is, which the lantern abilities are very powerful, so you want to charge them as best you can. If you ever run out of cards in your deck, in your card deck, you just shuffle the discard pile and draw a new set, so there's no penalty that's set there. We put the ward card in the spot on the character sheet. I don't remember seeing it in the rules though. Oh, you put it here. Gotcha. Okay, so that is her. Let's go over to him. So we've got Fen Longstride. He's the Bard of Destiny. Fen may have up to 2 wards in play at the same time. If he plays a third ward, he must discard one of his 2 earlier wards to play. So his deck has 1 ward, 2 wards, 3. So he has 3 wards, but he could put 2 into play to kind of help with what he wants to do. And we could build those things out. So that's his special ability. He starts with 18 health. He has no starter shields to go with. And he has his lantern that is charging that we'll talk about once we flip it over and charge it. I'm sure it's super powerful. That 4 might mean very little. So we'll see. I have no idea how these characters play. So we will definitely see how this stuff shakes out. Okay. I think we're solid. I think I've talked to y'all all enough without any actions, and then we'll just see how stuff plays out. So we're going to draw up our 7. And hopefully I'll get something fun to go with. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll draw 7 from her. We have Quick Shot, which is an action. Fleet Arrow, which is an action. I've got my ward, Eye of the Huntress. It says, Valora mutters the familiar charm that has aided her on so many hunts, allowing her to see clearly into the eyes of her distant prey. While this card is in play, your attacks may target enemies 2 spaces away from you. Free action, perform another action after this one. So that's cool. I think he has a knife called the Ward Cleaver. The Ward Cleaver, I love that. Boost card, boost card, boost card, boost card. So we've got boost cards for days. So that's going to be her starting hand that we're going to put over here. And then we'll shuffle up his. And hopefully I'll get 2 wards. And we'll see how this goes. So on your turn, or what they call it, when you act, right? So when it's your turn, you act. And basically, either play and resolve one action card, or pass and draw or discard one card from your hand, right? So you'll draw or discard a card from your hand, which could work with the exhausteds and all the other weak stuff that you have if you pass, right? So if you play, you can play a card from your hand, and then you can move. Or you can move and play a card from your hand, however you want to do it. It says before, oh, sorry, I read that. Before or after acting, you may move one space on the map. And moving is just one space. So, yep, that's about right. That's all you could do. Boost. If you play an action card, each other seeker may add one boost card from their matching color to yours. Yeah, and we'll talk about that when we fight. All right, Rabbit. Oh, I gotta draw my 7. 5, 6, 7. I don't like that this game will play itself, so I might game it a little bit. Mystic Force, a boost of Bolt of Confusion. 1 ward, Battle of the Fade. Flank, Mana Strike, Blade Storm, and Bolt of Confusion. So I only got 1 ward. Alright, how this game wants to do it is, it says, combat example. This example will walk you through your first 2 turns of battle in Quest 1. Gross. I don't like this. This I don't like. Let me figure it, like, don't play the game for me. I bought the game to play it, not for you to play for me. Anyway, turn 1. You, the player that is reading these rules, that is you, are going to take the first turn. So look in the bag for one of your seeker chits. Draw it out and place it in the spent chits area on the left side of the board. All right, so basically, you could totally just play the intro without these steps. I know there's a card I'm supposed to get. That's all I briefly know, so I don't know if I can just forego that. But basically, when you go in this bag, as you can hear, it's a lovely sound, isn't it? You reach in and you pull out a chit. Oh, look, it's a heart. Anyway, but we're looking for one of mine. Here we go. So Valora's gonna go first, and these are nice. They're not don't think that you're getting like Chip Theory game. But they're nice. They're functional. They do what they need to do. And if you want to coin capsule them, you can. But they're nice. They're pretty. Oop, I almost dropped it. They're super small too. But that's what they look like. They're pretty straightforward. And they're color matching for the colors that are on them. So she's gonna go first. And I'll get to a certain point in Dom, and then I'm just gonna take over. I just want to see like what's this card that it's telling me to get. So for the purpose gotta sleeve the tokens! Exactly, Dragon. For the purpose of this example, you receive a special one-time attack. Look in Quest 1's cards for the Beginner's Luck card and add it to your hand. It looks like this. Alright, this, not like this. So we're gonna grab the Beginner's Luck card, which is this card. I'm gonna read it real quick and then I'll put it under the zoom so you can check it out. So it says, Beginner's Luck. The attack flies straight and true, lodging right in the soft tissue of the wyvern's nostril. You're pretty sure you couldn't replicate that if you tried. And it's a 4 attack. That's what this number means. I'm attacking it for 4. Disposable. This action doesn't have a boost card and doesn't count towards your deck size. After you play during battle, remove it from your deck. So this is what is in her hand. Ooh, that is super bright. Oh, because the light turned on. There we go. Shouldn't be bright anymore. Okay. So the boost card comes out and it says, if you look at Beginner's Luck, you'll see the attack symbol followed by the number 4. This means that it allows you to make a ranged attack that will do 4 damage to an enemy. Ranged attacks can only be made against foes that are exactly 1 space away from you. Fortunately, you can always move 1 space on your turn, either before or after you play a card. So move your Seeker space 1 space towards the Wyvern and then play your Beginner's Luck card face up in front of you. So she will move here. I'm going to kick my ability. It says each time Valora enters a space without enemies, she may choose another Seeker within 1 space of her. That Seeker gains an armor card to their hand. So basically, he's going to grab an armor card. I'll talk about what these are on his turn. This means that it allows you to Range attacks can only be made against foes that are exactly 1 space away from you. Yeah, move. This is the moment when your companions have the opportunity to help your attack. Each other player should look in their hand to see if they have any cards that look like this. And the look like this they're talking about, I don't have. So I don't. I don't have that. It's a boost card for attacking, basically. It's green, it does 1 damage. There are other cards that can help you out, but for now we're only interested in boosting the damage dealt by your attack. If any of your friends have a damage boost card in their hand, they should play the biggest one they have, replacing it face up in their discard, placing it face up in their discard pile. This is called boosting in action. Each other seeker may play 1 and only 1 boost card on each of your action cards. It's important to note that you cannot boost your own actions. Normally, a boost card has to match the color of the action it's being played on, but in this case, Beginner's Luck is white, which is a wild color. So any color can boost that card. Well, I can't boost it, unfortunately. Count up the total extra damage from the boost card, if there were any, and add it to 4 you were already inflicted. Then subtract that from the Wyvern's health track. So I hit it for 4. It's going to go down to 26. Look at that. I'm doing math. Everybody, I'm doing math. So it goes down to 26 health. Then this, it says this action doesn't have a boost card and it doesn't count towards your deck size. After you play it during your battle, remove it from the game. So we'll put it, boom, in discard. It'll probably get removed from the game, and that's okay. So solid first attack. Oh, whoops. One last itty bitty detail. You see how the 4 on your Beginner's Luck card looks like it has darkness around it? Well, that means that the attack enrages any enemy you hit with it. So if you don't already have the Wyvern's focus token, take it from the Seeker who does and place it next to your Seeker sheet. It'll be fine, probably. So the focus token. Oh, here it is. So the focus token is this. This is the focus token. So it would have been on the person with the most health, which would have been Fen, the person with the most health. But since I just smacked it, it joins me. It comes over here, and it's gonna do it. Yeah, the chits are great and durable for their purpose. Good job, game. I know, right? Good job, game, for doing something that I could have probably not done because I'm terrible at drawing stuff. After you finish resolving an action card, place it face up in your discard pile. However, Beginner's Luck is a one-time attack only and has a disposable trait on it. This means instead of discarding it, you must return it from your deck and return it from take it back to whence it came. So it's going to go there as it's gone. After moving an action, you check your hands to make sure that you have at least 1 action card left. You do, and if so, that ends your turn. I do, because that's get used. So that is my turn. I moved and then I acted playing the card. They could boost me if they want to, or if they can play 1 boost card of the same color, and we'll talk about that when it comes around, because they're gonna let the Wyvern go next, and then we can actually play the damn game. Yes. Okay, so my turn ends. After a turn ends, you reach back into the bag and draw out a new chit to see who goes next. In this case, search the bag for the enemy chit numbered 1 and draw it out and place it in the spent chits area. It's time for the Wyvern to get revenge on you. Yay! So we're gonna look for the number 1. You know, I'll never be able to, I'm just gonna dump the whole thing in. This is all that's in here, isn't that insane? All right, so let's find the number 1. 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Sing it with me, people. All right, there it is. So, boop. So we grab the number 1 that comes out of here. We put it in this area. Now, I'm going to briefly run. I'm going to skim because I know what's going to happen. Okay, so after reach in, grab the number 1 and place it in the spent area. It's time for the Wyvern to get revenge. When an enemy chit numbered 1 to 12 is drawn from the bag, that means an enemy gets a turn. Look for the ability token that matches the number on the enemy chit, in this case, the number 1, which is next to the Wyvern's upper ability on its enemy sheet. Since you've drawn the 1, the Wyvern's upper ability triggers now. That ability says that a Wyvern makes a melee attack for 8 damage. Melee attacks can only be made against a foe in the same space, but like Seekers, enemies can move one space before attacking. However, how do you know who and how do you know who an enemy wants to attack? Well, whoever has the focus token is that enemy's focus. The enemy wants to kill that Seeker specifically and will ignore any other Seekers to pursue only them. Unfortunately, you enrage the Wyvern with your previous attack, so you have its focus token at the moment. The Wyvern moves one space. Let's see, where was I? The Wyvern moves one space into your space and attacks you for 8 damage. Here's another opportunity for your companions to help you out. They should look into their hand to see if they have any boost cards that look like this. Like this. Like that. So if I'll hold this up so you can see. So it's a blue-green. It's a blue-green. It has it says a shield says block 1 damage from another Seeker, and it's a boost card that says Blade Storm. But so the enemy could go multiple times in a row if bad luck is yes, that is correct, Dragon. And I think that's one of the biggest complaints people have about the game, is that the initiative system, that it could potentially be that you get destroyed. There's nothing that you can do about it, but that's the developer said that's the fate of the world, right? If you're a bad drawer, it's your fate. And so that's what happens. Each of your companions may play one of these block boosts to reduce the damage the Wyvern is about to inflict on you. If you have any, if they have any, they should play their biggest block boost face up in their discard pile. As before, you cannot play a boost for yourself. When playing a block boost, it must match the color of the enemy's attack. The enemy's attack is white, so it's wild. Right there on the side. Count up, so it says, yep, so block any color. Count up any blocks your companions played for you and reduce the Wyvern's 8 damage by that much. What it's worth, failing quests is not a big deal anyway. You'll fail forward regardless. Yeah. So we're playing this one boost card to block 1 damage. That's all I can really do for you. So you're gonna take a 7 smacker. Because it says each of your companions may play one. I don't know why I can't block for myself. So I can't block for myself. Only companions can block for me. That's weird. Here's where your armor, if you have any, will come in handy. For each armor card you have in your hand, remember you drew armor cards as shown on your Seeker sheet at the start. Reduce the damage you're taking by 1. So if you have 3 armor cards in your hand, reduce damage by 3 down to a minimum of 0. Then after your armor reduces any damage, you must discard 1 armor from your hand, returning it to the pile on the board. So if you had 3 armor cards, the damage would be reduced by 3, and then you would discard 1 of your armor cards. Using armor is mandatory if you have any. You can't skip using it in order to save it for later. After your companions have blocked what damage they can and your armor has reduced, 7 on the chin. So I'm going down to 10 health. So I had 17. I'm down to 10 with that smack from that Wyvern. Wyvern smack. After the Wyvern attacks, its ability says that it refocuses. This means that the Wyvern resets its focus to its default condition, which is the person with the most health, which is you. So I got smacked in the face and then it turned towards Ben. Note that if the Wyvern hadn't been able to move close enough to attack it, its attack wouldn't have triggered, even if it could have moved to another Seeker instead. After all, it didn't care about that Seeker, it wanted you dead specifically. Now that the Wyvern's upper ability has been fully resolved, its turn is over and the example is finished. Good luck in the battle. And time to fight. Alright, so what irks me about this... Oh, your armor would be blocking, yeah. what irks me about this is that this is the part that I'll play through and see how it goes, but this is the part I didn't like. Because I had my Ward of the Huntress, I didn't have to move to hit this guy, but they forced me to move, forcing me to take damage, and that's what I'm not thrilled about, right? I would have put down my Ward Eye of the Huntress, and then I had a free action to play an action card to attack it with one of these attacks that would have done something. I would have given him a shield, not taken any damage this round, but that's how it goes. All right, to the bag. To the bag. I'm probably gonna fail forward on this one. So let's see what we draw. Here we go. Oh, buddy. Yes. So Valora goes again. So she as a free action, perform another action after this one, which is what I'll want to do. So first thing, I'm gonna move, and I'm in a space without an enemy, and it says each time Valora enters a space without an enemy, she may choose another seeker within one space. Let's boost you again. And then this, I will do Eye of the Huntress, which says, while this card is in play, your attacks may target enemies 2 spaces away from you, and as a free action, I can perform another action after this one. So I am going to... Quick Shot. Quick Shot is an interesting one. I like her. Thanks, Blue. I like her, so she's gonna do Quick Shot. So you get a little bit of flavor text here. You know, I'll let y'all read that. And then I'm doing 2 attack. It's not gonna focus on me because it doesn't have that splat on it. And free action, perform another action after this one. So I'm gonna put that down there. Can I boost that damage? That's an action. Boost the... I could play this, give another seeker the ability to draw or discard a card. Nope. Give another seeker an extra movement. Ooh. Well, I want to charge my lantern for her. That's the reason why I don't want to grab another card to do it. So I think I'm gonna boost, give another seeker an extra movement. That'll move me here. And then I'm going to fire 2 attack at you, taking you to 24. Oh, yes. And because I moved into a space without an enemy, I get another, I get an armor. Well, it says, oh no, it says choose another seeker within one space. When I moved here, I'm not within one space, so I wouldn't get more armor. And I get to perform another action, which this should charge my lantern. I'm going to do Fleet Arrow. So Fleet Arrow says, sprinting along the ground, you fire off a shot at your target without breaking stride. So that's 2 more damage, and it doesn't have the splat on it to build that up. And I gain a free movement if I want, which I'm going to armor him up again. So can I boost? Can I boost you? I think we looked through this. Give another seeker the ability to draw or discard a card. You know what? Let's mess with it. Let's mess with it. Let's see. I have everything I need to charge because all that I have left are boosts. I won't do that. I won't do that. I want to charge my lantern. Range attacks are 1 space away, Dom, except I have this card out. I have the Huntress. While this card is in play, your attacks may target enemies 2 spaces away from you. So while I have the Eye of the Huntress out, I can attack it where it is. So I hit him for 2 more, taking him down to 22. And that is the end of my actions. It says after acting, if you have no action cards in your hand, which I don't, discard your remaining cards. Doop. Draw a new hand of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then charge your lantern. So my lantern flips and charges, turning it face up. And it says, and draw a new hand of 7 plus how many shields that you're supposed to. So I've got shot to the knee. Ooh, with trapped on it. Oh boy. Fleet arrow, solid shot. Block. So this is a block was a quick shot. Acid arrow. Give another seeker extra movement, and Valora's bow as an action. When you make an attack, a ranged attack, if you show that this card is in your hand, your attack gains +1. So that is awesome. All right, so I do that and I charge my lantern. So when you charge your lantern, you flip this bad boy over. Snipe, Relentless Hunter. I'll do 7 damage and he'll focus on me. So it's a snipe the prey. This attack may target any one enemy anywhere on the map, even in your space. Mooha. Mooha. All right, so that will end her turn. I'll put this over here. That's a good turn. That's a good turn. It's a real good turn. So then, let's see what we're dealing with. What do we got? Ooh. So this goes on the time track. And it's a darkness chip. And that's that one. So the wyvern's massive tail snaps around like a whip, striking anyone within reach. Well, it needs to get to its target, so it's going to move here, and then it's going to try to hit him for 4. However, we're going to do 1, 2. Can you give me anything? Can you give me anything, wild my lady? I got rid of all my block cards. I can boost you for 1 for 3. Let's do that. Yep, so I'll play this 1, block 1 for another seeker with quick shot. That's 3, which means he's only going to take 1 damage, going to 17, and he still stays the target. These go to my discard, right? For the rules for armor. When you discard an armor card, return it to the pile of unused cards. Oh, so both of them go back. Is that what it is? Both of them go back. Okay. All right. And that is the enemy's turn. Discard 1 armor each time. Okay, so he keeps 1 in discard. Gotcha. Gotcha. Only 1 sheet. I could play up to 3 armor cards. What did I do wrong? I don't know what I did wrong. Who's next? Ben's next. Yeah, I don't know. Steve said, Co-op Guild said only 1 shield. So I don't know what that means. I can know in the rules that I could play up to 3 armor cards. What did I do wrong? Nah, we were saying only discard 1 armor. I think you kept the other armor in your... Oh, okay. All right. So Fen goes next. All right, my man. You can have 2 wards in play. I can perform another action after I put this ward down. It says when played, gain a shield. While this card is in play, each time a seeker plays a red action, they may gain a shield. Yeah, let's throw down that battle of the Fade. So I gain an armor when that happens, and as a free action, I get to do something else. Ooh, after attacking, you may refocus your target on a seeker of your choice, and that thing gets trapped. Yeah, buddy. But I could do 3 damage to him. That's not enough. I have Mystical Force. After attacking, you may move your targets 1 space each. Oh, so it's like hitting and moving them. And it's wild. Bolt of Confusion after attacking me. So Bolt of Confusion does 2 damage to it, plus it traps it. Trap. What does trap do? Trap says, while any of these cards are in your hand, you cannot move. If you did not gain the card this turn, discard one at the end of your turn. When discarded, it returns. So it would be trapped. So we're gonna do that. And it's a ranged shot. So we're gonna mess with you and piss you off. I think that's a good way to live. So I'm going to move 1. I'll move here. I'll move center. Flip over for the enemy. Oh, flip over for the enemy side. Trapped. When this ability triggers, discard this card. The enemy cannot. Oh, I get to put it over one of these. That's right. I remember now. I remember. Okay, so we're going to. He still might get his other abilities. We're going to do the Bolt of Confusion. So we're going to do that. Can I boost it? I can boost it with a fleet shot for 2 damage. Oh, that can make it 4. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. I'm going to use Fleet Arrow. Boost another Seeker's attack by 2. So it's 2 and 2, that's 4. And it becomes trapped. So we're going to hit it for 4. Taking it to 18 health. And it becomes trapped. So you take one of these trap cards and flip it over. And we get to put this trap on one of these things. So where it would do its attack, it would do its attack, but it can't move. I'm going to put it on the 8 attacker because that hurts. That hurts. There can't repulse power of that magnitude. It's a trap. All right, so I did 4 damage. This goes here. After attacking, you may refocus your target on a Seeker of your choice. It'll stay on you because you could take the hit. And bling bling, that's it. Yes, I said bling bling. All right. A 4 damager I could take. An 8 damager is a little rough. So let's draw and see what we're doing. Draw. What do we got? Hey, Fenn's turn again. Okay. So Fenn, who has these cards left, he had 2 action cards left, so I can charge my lantern. But when played, gain a shield. While this card's in play, each time a Seeker plays a red action, they may gain a shield. Okay. So we can do Mana Strike, which will do 3 damage to him. Look above Derek with what Dom stated regarding armor. August. The armor in your discard should be in your hand. Oh, you just discard it down. You discard 1 to the armor pile, the other stays in your hand. All right, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. The armor that you put in the discard pile should be in your hand. You discard 1 to the armor pile, the others stay. Derek can't. Yeah, it's a lot going on. The armor in your discard should be in your hand still. So you just discard 1 at a time down. Yeah, armor is super powerful. I agree. With that helps me a ton. So I still have 1 action left. But I'm doing Mana Strike. Can I boost that? I cannot boost that blue. I just have light blue and dark blue. So here's the reason why I say light blue and dark blue. When it comes to, and I've said this multiple times, that games try, but I don't think a lot of them do accessibility well. For me, I can't tell the difference between this and this, or this and that, other than one is lighter than the other. That's it. So if that is a color that is not that color, I can't tell. I just can tell it's light blue and dark blue. So it's not me like trolling or anything. I honestly can't tell. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit you for oh, this isn't ranged. I would have to move in your space. That's not ranged. We're gonna do shot to the knee. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do shot to the knee for 2 damage. Shot to the knee. Oh wait, no, that is her. It's not your turn. His turn. What am I doing? Mana Strike is his. It's his card. It says it on the back. I think there are shapes on the different colors. Yeah, I can tell by the shapes, but what catches my eye? The problem with the shapes, though, here's the problem with the shapes. Look how small they are. They're there and there. So that's how small they are. They're not very grand to view, so I'm left to look at color. Yeah, the shapes are super small. I don't have... Should I YOLO this? Oh yeah, I'm gonna YOLO this. I'm gonna YOLO the heck out of this. So he's gonna move in, and he's gonna Mana Strike. And it says gain +1 damage for wards in play. I don't have... Nope, that's not a boost card. Yeah, I don't have any boost that I can give to that. So I am just going to do 2 damage to him. 1, 2, going to 16. 3, going to 15, because it's +1 per ward. So 3. Boom. So I have 1 action left, so I can't charge my lantern yet. But the armor cards are still there if I need them. And that ends my turn. I moved, I attacked, I'm done. Come on, Valora. I just need Valora to go. I'm gonna lance this guy up. I just need Valora to go. Come on. Come on, Valora. Should be 4. Should be 4 Valora. He has a ward too. It said... Oh, per ward in play. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not per ward he has. Thank you, 14. And he's going with number 9. Number 9. So Wyvern's Massive Tail swoops around for a swoop on a 4. Well, we're doing 1, 2. Can you help me out, Shotty? No, cannot. So that's 2 that he blocks. He's only going to take 2 damage for 4. 1, 2, going to 15. 1 goes back here. 1 goes back to my hand. And that is, and then that's it. Swings its tail around. Pissed off. It's not a happy camper. What do we got? Yeah, Fenn's turn again. All right, we should be able to charge our lantern this time. We're going to do Mystic Force. And I should have a boost for... No, I'm out of... Oh, yes, I can wild boost you. So Mystic Force, I'm going to wild boost you, give another Seeker an extra movement. So you're going to hit, then bounce. So I'm going to attack you for... Lance that wyvern like a boil. So I'm going to hit you for 1. You'll just take 1 damage. And the ability says after attacking, you may move your target 1 space. Enjoy your life over here. And that's... And then I can move. But I'm not. Oh, mistake. Yeah, I'll move here. And I got an extra movement. I won't use it. I'll just stay. Then I wouldn't have played this card. Because I'll just have my regular movement. Number 6. You'll move over here and hit him again. He'll play... Oh, wait. I forgot. I didn't have any left, so I was supposed to discard. That'll stay in my hand. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I get to charge my lantern. My lantern charges to sustain Soul's Cord. Ranged or attack 4. Free action, perform this. So this is calling out in a clear voice. Fran holds up his lantern and shouts, "Sustain the moment! Everything seems to slow to crawl except for him. I get a free action when I use it. So I can use it, hit him for 4, and then attack again. I've got coordinated attack, block 2 from another seeker, Fate's Lament, which is a ward, Mana Strike, which is another attack, coordinated attack, Fate's Lament, return a chit to the bag and draw again, and Midnight Gig. He's going to get hit again, and this is going to hurt, but he blocks. So with his attack, he's going to use his other shield, block 1, so he's going to take 3. 1, 2, 3, so I go to 12. Okay. And that is that. This guy will not pull. I've pulled a 6 and a 9, so there's 7 and one of those, so there's a 7 and an 8 that he still does that. He can still hit me for 8, which isn't great. That is not fantastic. Oh my gosh. Ah, crud. So he's gonna hit me for 4. I'm still, wait, let's check. It doesn't reassess target. It doesn't reassess target. So it's still gonna hit me for 4. And I can't block anything for me. Can you block anything for me? You cannot. I just got nothing but attacks. So I'm gonna take 4 to the face. This is going downhill. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm down to 8 health. He's gonna kill me by attrition. Matt is right. Matt is. Don't you refill shields when you draw a new? I don't have any shields. You refill what's here, and I would, but Fen doesn't have any shields. The shields that he got from her. He got 1 from this card and 2 from her, but he has no starting shield. It's 0. I mean, tell me if I'm playing that wrong. It says 0 on his card for starting shields. And I thought that when you redraw up, you draw armors up to what you have as your starting shield. Did I play that wrong? Let me know. Let me know. Oh, I got it right? Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I would have, trust me, I'm not trying to sleep on getting any shields. Okay, so this puts this here. And what that means is that someone who was identified as being blue would get their turn, right? So let me grab the book to just read through that. So it says, when a heart chit is drawn, place it in one of the empty spaces on the time track on the board. The players then choose a seeker, and that seeker takes a turn, which is going to be her. So she I took off my sweatshirt. Oh yeah, it's about to go down. So I am definitely, I'm definitely sniping this creature right here for 7. So it says this attack may target enemy anywhere on the map, even in your space. And this says when you make a ranged attack, which is what that is, if you show that this card is in your hand, your attack gains +1 damage, which I'm showing it's in my hand. So I'm going to do 8 damage to this thing using my lantern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, taking it down to 5 health. Oh, this is close. Close. What's going on? So once that fires, this turns that we've used the lantern and we need to recharge it. Can you boost my lantern though? So I'm going to try to do more. So this is a green. That's block. 1 more damage. I could do Mana Strike to boost that card. Or I could do this. Yes. When this card's played, each time a seeker plays a red action. A red action. That's a boost. I'm gonna do that. It doesn't matter. Let's do that, and we'll boost that attack by 1 more. Wait, that's green, isn't it? I lied to you. I can't do that. I lied. I have to do this one. I lied to you. I'm going to do that one. So it's going to be 8 damage on him, taking him to 4 health. Suck gas, evildoer. And this comes over to me. Cool. Cool. Then I have movement. I have movement. I'm gonna move here. What if I don't move? I can give him a shield, but I need a shield actually. So I am gonna move here. Oh my gosh, if I can make this work. I just need her turn to go next and I could win. But we need to see what's gonna happen because he could beat the brakes off of me. So let's see what happens. Come on, draw a low number. Draw a low number. Draw a low number. Dang it! 11. Discard all statuses from the Wyvern. Dadgummit! That hurts. That hurts. Then then the Wyvern moves directly to my space, to its target space. It was worth a plan. It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. So let's see what's gonna happen next. Oh, 2! And now it drew a 2. Now. Game sucks. So it's gonna attack me for 8. I don't have any cards to block whatsoever. So I'm taking 8 to the face. I'm down to 2 health. Oh boy, this is getting tight. This is getting tight. I'm either going to, and after it does that, it refocuses. It's the equivalent of a 3 and a bam. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What do we got? Oh, Valora. You done messed up now, Mr. Postman. I'm going to move here, give you a shield because of my Eyes of the Huntress. And then we're going to snipe you for 3 with solid shot. And you're going to boost that bad boy with coordinated attack. And because of his, when this card is played, each time a Seeker plays a red action, they gain a shield card. And that's 4 damage. Pow! That's 4 damage, knocking it down to 0. We fight. We win! Suck gas, evildoer. We won. And I would get this, but we won. Boo, 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 boo. You lose. Okay, so it says somewhere in the story, somewhere in the setup, if the Wyvern is reduced to 0, go to 1-4. We're going to 1-4, so we're gonna grab 1. All right, so we grab 1-4. It says the Wyvern folds its wings over itself. Finally defeated, you turn to the people expecting relief and gratitude. Instead, you're met with wide eyes and screams. You turn back in time to see the creature throw open its wings. No! Oh, the battle is not nearly over. The Wyvern enters its second stage. All right, what? I quit. Place overlays 1A, 1B, and 1C on its sheet. Overlays. Oh, that's these. 1A, 1B, and 1C. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so dead. So 1A overlays. I'm assuming this goes here. This goes here. And where do you go, my friend? Where do you go? Where are you going? All right, so when an enemy enters a new stage, remove all statuses from its sheet and reset its health to full. Any leftover damage from the previous stage is ignored, and any ability tokens now on passive abilities are divided amongst the enemy's active abilities. Okay, so I'm going to die. This game is for me to die. Okay, where does this go? Bottom slot. Okay, so go in here. All right. Because you missed a shield card. Oh, it goes like under it. It goes like it has. Well, no, it would go here, right? With the wyvern's wings shredded. Oh, yes. With the wyvern's wings shredded, it is unable to fly. However, its intense rage allows it to shrug off wounds more easily. We're gonna die. We are gonna die. All right, so it goes to 15 health. And it is still here. I played a red card, so I would have done that. I moved over. You should have gotten a shield card. And then if the Seeker is defeated, go to 1-3. If the Wyvern is reduced to 0, go to 1-5. So this is going to go one way or the other. Here we go. Do I have any more? Let me check. Let me check, because that was my attack move. Oh, and I was supposed to do one more, but that's okay. So I still have actions, so I'm still good. And I've got shields this time, so at least I can try to defend from the horrible blast that's about to come. Ooh, I could fade it. I could fade it. Yeah. Fate. Let's do it. I'm going to spend the fate before drawing a chit from the bag. The Seeker may drop a fate into the void and draw 4 instead of 1. Choose one and resolve, return the rest. So let's do it. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, really? 3. Really, game? Really, game? 4. I hate you, game. Okay, so I can do sustain, which will hit him. Let's see. I could play my ward, my second ward, which says I'll gain a health. While this card's in play, each time a Seeker plays a blue action, they may gain a health. So I'll get the other ward down. When playing, oh, I could give a weakness to an enemy. While this card is in play, each time a Seeker plays a green action, they may give a weakness to an enemy, and I could take another. I think we need to do the weakness. What does the weakness do? Discard this card. Each of the enemy attack deals 1 less damage this turn. No, I want to trap you. I want to kite this guy, which is probably what I have to do. So I might do the healing ward one to help. Blue or green? I've got both, so I should be good. Okay. All right. So you're going to go... Actually, I'm going to use that one, because that'll get all the chits back in. Once the track is full, return these and the chits and those in the spent chits into the bag, which there are more numbers in here than me right now. I'm actually going to take that one and put these back in the bag. This one's going to go here. So let's take it in turn order. I'm going to have Fen go next. Fen is going to put down his second ward, which is Fate's Lament. And I will gain 1 health, going back to 9. But he won't KO me in one go. I will then... I get a free action when I use that. I'm going to perform Sustain Soul's Cord. So it'll be a blue that says when this is in play, each time a Seeker plays a blue action, which is that, I gain another health, so I'll go to 10. And I will attack you 1 space away, which is fine, and then I get to perform another action. Can I boost that? I cannot, but that's okay. I'm going to hit him for 4, taking him to 11. And I get to perform another action, so I'll flip that back over. This will come back to focus on me. Oh, and then at the end of my turn, we take all these and this, put them all back in the bag. But I get another turn. I get another turn because of my lantern charge. And I still have my movement. So I can play this, and this will gain me a shield and a healing because it's coordinated attack, which is a red and a blue. So I'm going to actually move over here, and then I'm going to play coordinated attack, which is a red and a blue. Red gives me an armor. Blue gives me a health. And after attacking each seeker in your space, including you, may add or discard a card. So it's red or blue. I don't have, the only boost I have is light blue. So it says each seeker in your space, so you're not in that space, so you can draw a card if you want. And I think I don't have any actions left. So I actually could charge my lantern, but I worry about drawing an action. However, let's play that game. I'm going to draw a card. It's a boost card. Sweet. That is perfect. So I get to discard all of that, charge my lantern again, and keep my armor, which is awesome. So I do 2 damage plus stunned. Stun. When this ability triggers, discard this card. The enemy cannot attack this turn. We're slapping you right on that 8, big boy. So you're not going to hit me for 8. And it's 2 damage going to you, which is 1, 2, taking you to 9 health. All right. And I'm the target of the attack. All right, here we go. What are you? 6 or a 9? 9. You're a 9. Okay. So he's your target. You're going to attack him for 4. He's going to do 1, 2. Those are wild, so I can... No, I have to play an armor. I can't. So I'm actually going to take 2 damage. 2 damage from your 4. So going down to 9, which is okay. Is okay. All attacks deal... Oh, all attacks deal 1 less. So you should have 2 health back. You should be at 11. Sorry. Bad math. You should be at 11. All right. Return 1. Gain 1. Keep 1. And I keep forgetting at the end of my turn, I was to discard everything, flip my lantern, draw 3. Oh. Forgot to keep that back in my hand. That's 3. That's, yep, 3 and 4, which puts me at bolt, blank, action, 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 that, and action. We're good. We're solid. We're solid. You are ready. You are ready. Okay, so lantern's charged. I need it to be Valora's turn. We might have to fate this. I can make this work. I just need it to be Valora's turn. Let's try one more go. Here we go. What do you got? Number 6. So 9 and a 6. Gonna do 2 again. You can't help me, so I'll put 1 back, gain 1, taking 2 damage, going to 7. If it can't be my turn, I can't win. So here we go. All right, it's Valora's turn. Valora is going to say it with me, people. You want to sing it with me? You want to sing it with me? Shot to the knee. So, do I have any reds? I can do Mystic Force, give another seeker the ability to draw or discard a card. that. I want to charge, if I could charge her lantern. But I'm not going to do it in this turn, so I'm actually going to commit the wild Mystic Force to this. So Mystic Force is going to get committed to it. You're only going to get hit for 1. I will become the target. I will draw a card, which is perfect. I will then trap you twice. Put one right here. And oh, no. All attacks deal 1 less to the wyvern. I think that's only when I draw a 10 or an 11. So you should have taken those 2 damage. 1, 2. You should be at 8. It's only when you do a 10 or 11. So we'll do that, and we'll put trap right there. So I did play that correctly. Let's go discard pile. This will go over here. And I still have actions, so it's still good. Okay. I become the target. What you got, Chief? What you got? What you got? You got a 4. A 4, you're stunned, but you can move in my space. Oh boy. This could be bad. This could be real. Oh, and I played a red. I played a red, which means I should have gotten a shield. I probably got to fate this one. Which means those tokens need to be redistributed. So these 2 would have to be redistributed. You're right. They would have. This is a passive. I can't put it on the passive. So the trap would go on that one, which would have triggered this, which means it wouldn't have moved, which means it couldn't move and it couldn't attack. So therefore that still's true. You're right. I think I'm going to fate this last one. So I'm going to spend 2 fate. Well, spend a fate to draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that goes back in. So what can we do? I'm still the target. Oh, and I'd have done 1 more damage because if this is in my hand, it says when this attacks in your hand, you should be at 7. Sorry, not 1. 7. There we go. All right, so as long as this is in my hand, it would have done +1 more attack. I can trap him again so he can't get to me, which is what I'm going to do. So Valora is going to go next. And she is going to do the capture rune, which will be 3 damage because I got my bow in my hand. And when she went, her move would have been here, which gives him an armor. I can't keep forgetting that. So then she'll do it again to give him another armor. And then let's see what you can do. I only got 3 armor in my hand, so I'm still solid. Do I have a boost? I don't have a boost of... I don't have a boost to do it, so we're good. So I'm doing 3 damage, and I'm trapping you again here. So 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. This is so stinking close, I can't stand it. Here we go. That's all the fate. It's in the Lord's hands now, people. 5. You're trapped. I'm your target. You can't come to me. So that's that. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. Ben's turn. All right. So you need to take that back. We're gonna do I might do a green. Do I got a boost? I don't have any boosts. I think I'm all just... Oh no, I got 1 boost. I'll give you an extra movement. I can Bolt of Confusion and trap it again, and I think that calls for that to happen. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to... And I played a blue card, which should have healed me for 1. A lot to keep track of when you're playing single player. So I could do this to weaken him, put focus back on me, but this would trap him. So he still wouldn't be able to move, but we don't know what'll happen next. I think we need to shift focus, weaken him, and I think that gives me a better chance and it lets me heal. I think that's the plan. So I am going to do that. There's an attack of 2. I'm going to drop a weak on you on this lovely 8 that you like to hit so much. And then down to 2 health. I'm going to move here, and I get the target token back. Because I played a blue, I heal 1, which will let me survive 1 round. And it says gain +1 movement when moving. You may bring an enemy in your space with you. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna come up here. Which is 2 spaces away. That'll work. Alright. Let's see if we can make this work. 7. You're trapped. You can't move. Enjoy life. But this goes away. Here we go. 12. All attacks deal 1 less to the wyvern. Okay, so now to me that activates. Eight. So it's going to move towards you, and that's all it can do. I'm drawing like every one of the monster tokens. No! So you're going to move in my space, and you're going to attack me for 4. I've got 3 here. I'm trying to mitigate that 8 hit. So I've got 3 there, and that's all I've got. So I'm going to take 1 damage. Going down to 7. Lose 1. These go back to my hand. Steve's right. The bottom abilities passive, those tokens should be moved where? Up? Here? $10, $11, and $12 should have been distributed to the other 2. Okay, so I did something wrong here. I did something wrong. Okay, so let's do this. This. That, I guess. If that's the case, if this is on here, I've hit him 4 times. So he should get back. He should be at 5. 3 times I hit him. I just hit him hard. So he should be back at 5. And I forgot about this. Well, I'm waiting for his turn so I can use that ability. Okay. Well, this could be game over, so let's see what happens. 2, which is that. He's weak, so it's going to reduce this attack by 1, so he's hitting for 7. 6, 5. So I'm down to 2 health. I'm probably not going to win this fight. I'm probably not going to win this fight. Ooh. It's going to be your turn, my good friend. You're going to sustain soul, so you're going to I can move to do that. And I need to do that first. Yep, and then I can mana strike you for 7, and I think we got it. So I'm gonna sustain soul chop for cord for 4 on you. So that is 4 coming in. You reduce it by 1, so it's 3. 1, 2, 3, which takes you to 2. Sorry if I played this wrong. I'm learning because I didn't know the passives. I thought the numbers were there. I didn't know about the distribution. Do I have a blue that I can throw to that? I do not. And I get to take another action. That other action is going to be used to mana strike. Mana strike says +1 damage per each ward in play. 1, 2, 3. So that's a total of 5. -1 is 4. which is still enough to wipe him out. Boom, he still goes to 0. And I would have gained a health. Going to 4 because I played a blue on Fate's Lament. We won. Yeah, I didn't really see that, right? An enemy's turn, active and passive. Enemy abilities may be active or passive. Active abilities have a black arrow to the right of them. Here. An active ability only triggers when a chit is drawn. Passive abilities lack the black arrow and do not have ability tokens placed next to them. Passive abilities, whatever they say they do, and may even be in effect at all times. But that's all they say. An attacking enemy moves into the so it says moves into the directions and does it. So you'll have to help me with the redistribution. Yeah, that's all it said about active and passive. Another section about multi. Moving ability tokens from defeated enemies. When an enemy is defeated, if there are if there are any ability tokens from the defeated enemy to the surviving enemy whose sheet is furthest to the right. Multi-stage. Some enemies, when reduced to 0 health, enter a new stage. When an enemy enters a new stage, you may be instructed to place overlay cards on their enemy sheets. See overlays. The enemy is then reset to full health. Well, this said 15, not full. And any statuses on their enemy sheet are discarded and excess damage from before they enter their new stage is wasted and the current turn immediately ends. It's possible for an enemy to have several stages. Follow the directions for entering a new stage each time the enemy does so. So there wasn't one on here for overlay. There's the dragon image. Overlays are cards that are placed on top of an enemy sheet to change their abilities, behavior, or even art. Find the number at the bottom of the overlay and match it to the numbered location on the enemy sheet to determine where it goes. Once an overlay is in place, it completely replaces any information that was underneath it. If an overlay causes an active ability to change into a passive ability, here we go. Thank you, Dom. Divide its ability tokens between the enemy's remaining active abilities, with any odd tokens being placed on an ability of the player's choice. Okay. So we did fix the 12 because it was only the 12 that came out. So we did fix the 12. He was trapped, so he couldn't do anything. This was always active, and I gave him back health because I only hit him 3 times. But even if I hit him 4, that last hit was still enough to kill him. So if my math was wrong, it still should have all come out in the wash. So I think that we're good. Okay, so we defeated him. Yeah, so if the Wyvern is reduced to 0, go to 1-5. So 1-5. At last, the Wyvern is slain. Some of the merchants from the caravan casually ask to purchase the Wyvern's carcass. Apparently, they have a variety of uses. You look at each other and then agree. Provided you can keep some of the wing leather, you take the money they give you, but don't offer to help as they load the stinking carcass onto the wagon. You gain 6 coins. 2, 4. Gain. Da 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 da. You continue on the road to Vina, wary and unsure what else may lay between you and your destination. This quest is over. The next time you play, proceed to quest 2. Do y'all want to see quest 2? We've only been playing about 1 hour and 45 minutes, and that's with full intro and explanation, which is about 1 hour, so it's a quick play, right? I do not think it affected the outcome. Yeah. Barbecue Wyvern. So do y'all want to see quest 2? I can show y'all that if you're interested. Which will be fun. Let's see. Beginner's luck 3, 4, and 5. Quest 2. All right, we'll do quest 2. So he is defeated. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rest of these. All right, cool. So he's defeated. This was quest 1 that we just completed. Let's grab quest 2. Like I said, I've never messed with any of this, so this is quest 2. I'll watch the VOD later. Got some work to do. All right, thank you, Dom. So this was part of quest 2. And quest 1, so was this. So were these cards. And I think, and you. Going back from where he came. Looking for, oh, that's what I'm looking for. Lovely stuff for the cards. As they say in the Canada, the curds. I always laugh at that, I'm sorry. The curds. All right, put those in there. Put this bad boy. That in there. That there. There's some symbols that I don't know what it's for that came with quest 1, but I'm gonna hang on to them. I'll put them back in quest 1 if nothing comes up. So that's quest 1. Really had to twist your arm. Alright. So question. When it comes to cleanup, which is not in the book. Or I'm talking about putting everything away. Well, not putting these, like resetting for the next mission. Do I keep the armor cards? The answer I'm feeling is a no. Game sessions and sayers, you aren't intended to play the entire campaign of quests in one sitting. Instead, whenever you complete a quest, you may choose to pack up the game and resume the next time you play. Simply pack all materials related to a seeker into the seeker's box. Store any memory cards, prompt cards, and extra unused cards the seekers have acquired at one end of the loot box, and put any coin and fate tokens the party has into one of the seeker boxes, or even the destiny bag as you prefer. Enemies and other cards from the quests you just completed can be returned to the questfolio. If you have any unused city actions, either use them or blah 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 blah. So that answers my question. Okay. So all my armor's going back. All my armor's going back. Box 2 for the Wyvern. Okay. Let's go to quest 2. Over here. Here we go. Troubled Waters. Alright, we got a story to read. So let's get the app up. And let's go to quest 2. Oh, there's more. Oh, it's actually each piece. Interesting. Y'all been listening to me gab on and they're talking for me. Alright. Go to each one. We go to 1-4. And then we go to 1-5. And then end that quest. I did not realize that. Learning new stuff every day, man.
The fight with the Wyvern took a lot out of you, but your journey is not nearly over. You and the caravan can only afford a short time to rest before you have to push onward. The only thing lying between you and Vinna now is the river.
Upon approaching the bridge, however, you find that something or someone has destroyed it. A man from the caravan peers over the edge, making a show of studying the collapsed bridge. He shakes his head.
Yep, won't be possible to get the caravan across without at least making a makeshift bridge. You Seekers are gonna have to go secure some ropes to the other side.
You raise an eyebrow.
Us? Seekers?
He doesn't miss a beat.
Aye, whatever destroyed this bridge might still be lurking on the other side. You can't expect any of us to face whatever did that.
He inclines his head towards the rubble.
That's a job for you big, strong Seekers.
Sighing, you start looking for a place to climb down to the riverbank.
Terrific.
Favorite line. Yup. Before, refer to the adventuring rulebook in Quest 2 to learn the ins and outs of adventuring. Afterwards, go to card 2-1. So, y'all, stuff in the way. Stuff in the way, yup. So, we basically empty out the box. Cards for the quest. 2 things is going to be a pain in the patella. And there's more stuff. And there's the adventuring rulebook 3. So I've got 2 health things, so I'm not going to punch out and fight with those health tokens. They're going to make me furious. Alright. So, rulebook. Adventuring. What ho! Fighting isn't the only thing Seekers do. Fighting isn't the only thing Seekers do. They take perilous journeys, investigate mysteries, chat with strangers, and even solve deadly puzzles. Deadly and deadly. This portion of the game is referred to as adventuring and takes place as you read the story cards that make up each quest. Technically, hypothetically, you experienced a short adventure before battling the Wyvern in Quest 1, but it was the simplest possible adventure. There was no decisions to be made, no challenges to overcome aside from the battle itself, and no opportunities for Seekers to show off their individual strengths. Quest 2 onwards, you'll experience all of these things and more while adventuring. Making decisions. Not good at that. The most basic thing you'll do while adventuring is make decisions. Not the most basic thing to do. Often, you'll be presented with simple paths you can take, and you must choose, as a group, how to proceed. You cannot split up and take different paths. Oh, then, throw this game in it. No, I'm just kidding. As a bit of well-known wisdom says, never split the party. Who thought that was good wisdom? A very basic decision might look something like this. You find yourselves at a crossroads. The path splits and continues to your left and right. If you go left, go to card 02. If you turn to the right, go to card 03. In this case, if you and your companions decide to go left, you look for card 02. Man, this is hard. In the Quest folio, in Quest 0 folio, and read that card. If you decide to go right, you look for 03 and read that instead. Story cards are numbered on their backs so that accidental spoilers can be avoided as you're looking for specific cards. Other type of cards are lettered instead of being numbered, for example, 0A. Choosing a leader. You may wish to choose a leader for your group in the event that you're unable to agree on certain decisions. I argue with myself all the time. A leader has the ability to break ties when deciding on a course of action. This can prevent disputes and complaints, but it's up to you and your companions if you want to do so or not. If you choose not to have a leader, then you'll need to find some other way to resolve disagreements, such as flipping a coin, rolling a die, or seeing who can eat the most deviled eggs. I wouldn't recommend it. There are conundrums. Some decisions are a true test of characters' questions of philosophy, ethics, or deep reflections that try the souls of the seekers. I know, right, Tim? In these instances, if you and your companions choose the path that your seeker agrees with the most, you'll receive a Kinfire token, which is what this looks like. Let me throw it under the zoom. That's what that looks like. That's a Kinfire token. So it says, if you and your companions choose the path that your seeker agrees with. Gotcha. A valuable resource representing your seeker's personal growth. What good are these tokens? You'll find out later when the time is right. Pick rocks game. For now, all you need to know is that conundrums look something like this. And it shows an example. We'll deal with one when we cross it. Memories. Sometimes when you and your companions do something particularly memorable or important while adventuring, you receive a memory card to remind you of that event. Memory cards should be kept face up near the playing area and stored together in the loot box between games. Often a later event will say something like whatever it says, you'll do what it says, and then keep it if it's a memory. So that's what it says. Special memory effects. Some memory cards may have game effects written on them. If so, you must follow those effects for as long as you have the memory cards. For example, if you have a memory card that reads, if you would go to 015, go to 017 instead. Then as long as you have that memory card, anytime you would go to a 015 card, go to 017 instead. Skill checks. When you and your companions do something dangerous or risky while adventuring, you may be asked to perform some sort of skill check. These vary greatly in specifics and are explained on the quest cards themselves. However, certain concepts generally remain the same. There's a lot. Christ. Oh, and then there's penalties, and that's it. Okay. So there's skill checks. Something says how to do that. Flipping cards. Often in order to test your skills, you'll be instructed to flip one or more cards looking for cards of a certain color. For example, you might be told each seeker must flip 2 cards. Every seeker who doesn't flip any blue cards suffers a damage. Cool. If you need to check what color cards your seeker deck is most likely to flip, you just look at the color bar in the center of the screen. So he has, we could zoom in here. He has 2 red, 3 light blue, and 4 dark blue. Here, 2 dark blue, 3 red, and 4 light blue. I know y'all are saying those aren't, that's what I see. I'm sorry if that upsets you. If you need to check what color cards your seeker deck is most likely to flip, you look at the color bar in the center of your seeker sheet. The longest bar is the color your deck contains the most of, while the shortest bar is the least ... Your deck is shuffled at the start of each quest and again at the start of a battle. Other than that, you only shuffle it during an adventure if your deck runs out of cards. To shuffle your deck, turn over your pile of discarded cards if you have one, and shuffle it with your remaining deck. Okay. No, Matt, I know. At least I can count. Sorta. So there's penalties for exhausted cards, which are these, which we'll read when we get to it. Damage while adventuring. You cannot drop to 0 health while adventuring. If you have any other choice available, you must take the option instead. If unavoidable damage would reduce your seeker to 0 health, they are reduced to 1 health instead. So we can't die while adventuring. Rewards, money, Kinfire, loot, and then we have prompt cards. Some stuff for later, which is that. Cool. So it says after we read those rules, we're going to 2-1. Open up. Pop this out. Going to 2-1. 2-1. So let's because we've got lovely audio now that I'm smart. Now that I'm smart, let's go ahead and get the audio.
After tying off the ropes to this side of the bridge, you survey the rubble-strewn river ahead of you and prepare to cross.
Each seeker must reach the middle of the river in order to move on. To do so, choose one of the 2 methods below best suited for your seeker. Then flip over the top card of your deck. If it matches the color of the card shown next to your chosen method, you reach the middle. If not, take 1 exhaust and try again. So if we're going to choose a method below, we're either going to Swim across the river where we need a red. Jump across the rubble where we need a green. Once all seekers reach the middle river, we'll do it. So, need to shuffle this up. I'm assuming the green is the light blue. Okay, so it says every seeker must reach the middle of the river. In order to do so, choose one of the two methods below. Okay, so Valora is definitely going to she is going to jump across the rubble. Both of them are probably gonna have to do that because red sucks for us. All right, so Valora, that is a green. That is a green. That's a green. It's a green red. It's a green red. Ooh ah. So we're good. Then let's talk about your boy, because I have 3. He's about to get some exhaust cards. Because I have 3 and 2. Yay. Ooh, come on. If Valora could do it, you could do it. Does this work? Is it a wild? This is a wild, right? So does that work? Let me read. Let's go to the rule book. When you do something tiring or draining, you must receive an exhausted card, which is written like gain 1 exhaust card. When you receive an exhausted card, place it in your discard pile. Exhausted cards are largely useless in combat and will deal damage to you if they linger. That's damage. I want to know about that. Is a wild card good? Note, note that white cards are wild. When flipped, they can be whatever color you need them to be, red, green, or blue. On the other hand, colorless void cards are exactly that. When flipped, they have no color. This is a white card, so it is wild. I'm good, based on number 4 of the skill text of flipping cards. So we did it. We did it. So we'll discard that. Discard that as part of adventuring. Sweet. Once all seekers reach the middle of the river, go to 2-2. 2-2. Well, that crashed. Uh-oh, foreteller. Yeah, it's crashing. Okay, well, read to me. Here we go. That is for me to let foreteller know that their app crashed on 2-2. You've made it halfway across the river and paused to catch your breath on a sturdy piece of debris. You notice a bit of flotsam caught between one of the bridge. Y'all probably can't hear me. No, you can hear me. Okay. You notice a bit of flotsam caught between one of the bridge pillars and a nearby rock. It could be something useful. Choose one seeker to attempt to grab the flotsam. That seeker flips over the top 2 cards of their deck. If either is blue, the seeker frees the item, go to 2-3. Otherwise, the flotsam break free and is lost downstream, go to 2-4. You have the most blue, so you're going to draw that. 1, 2. Yeah, buddy. That's the blue I'm looking for. Dark. So we get 2-3. That says, if either is blue, the seeker frees the item, go to 2-3. The flotsam turns out to be a black powder bomb. The fuse is blackened, but the bomb is undetonated. Do you see where this is going? It's clear that several of these bombs are used to destroy the bridge. But this one must have fallen into the water, extinguishing its fuse and preventing it from going off. Who made it? Difficult to say, but the fuse has dried enough now that it might still be usable. You decide to hold on to it. It could come in handy if you encounter any more trouble along the way. Take memory 2A. It says, take memory 2A. The seeker who grabbed the flotsam gains the black powder bomb card. This player may add it to their unused cards or discard piled. Go to 2-4. Put it in. that might be bad. But we're going to 2-4. 2-4 says, crossing this half of the river won't be so easy. The current here is strong and pieces of debris are farther apart. Every seeker must reach the far side of the river in order to move on. To do so, choose one of the two methods below, then flip over from your deck until you reveal... Then flip over cards from your deck until you reveal 2 of the indicated color. For each card of another color you reveal, you must choose to either suffer 1 exhaust or suffer 1 damage. So we either will swim across the river again or jump across the rubble. So red or green. Green for you, but I need 2 to do it this time. So help me. 2 will still okay. So this app doesn't, until they fix that issue, it's not going to work. So let's do the thing. We're going green. 1, 2, and I gain 1 exhaust. This goes to discard. That'll go there to discard. Remove this card from your deck when you rest at an inn. When you discard your hand, suffer 1. Okay, so that's when I draw it. Okay. I'll put the bomb in my discard then, because that doesn't sound fun. So I got 1. For you, it needs to either be green or red. You're gonna get a lot of exhaust, so let's do 1 green. Hey, 2 greens. Fantastic. I'm looking for the symbols as I go through. All right, so we got the 2 greens we need. Once all seekers reach the far side, go to 2-5. You manage to climb up the riverbank and tie off the ropes. On the other side, some of the caravan appear to be reclining on the bank, enjoying your struggle. You build a quick fire and collapse on the ground while the workers begin constructing a temporary bridge. As soon as you relax, a shiver runs through your body. Something is watching you. Conundrum moment. Bum, bum, bum. So you say whatever it is isn't immediately hostile. Let's recover while we can so that we're ready to fight. You say roust yourselves. We may be exhausted, but only a fool relaxes with possible enemies at their back. What do y'all think? What do you all think? One of these two is getting a Kinfire token. This vote is split. So we're ready to fight or rest and then deal with it. What do y'all think? I think Brian says ready to fight. All right, let's do it. Do it, Brian. You gain a Kinfire token, and we're going to 2-6. Curling up next. Oh, wait, what's that one? Oh, nope, wrong one. 2-7. 2-7, and you would gain the Kinfire token. 2-6 is gone. There. 2-7. You pull yourself from the lure of the fire and search the area. Stepping through some nearby brush, you come upon a pair of stags. At first, you're relieved, but then something's not quite right. These are unlike any deer you've ever seen, with empty white eyes and oozing pustules growing from their antlers and along the twitching muscle of their backs. Their bodies tense. They're ready to attack. Gain 2 fate tokens here. Oh, because the others are in the void. Gain 2 fate tokens. Then discard the enemy chits number 2, 4, 8, and 10 from the bag. I gotta pour all that back in, but 2, 4, 8, and gone. Bag. Into the... Sorry, let me put these back in here. Into the spent chits area. These will return to the bag when it resets. Next, open Atlas to map 2 and go to 2, 9. 2. Go to 2, 9, 8. 8 is lost. We'll go 9. 2, 9. We've got 2 enemies. So let's grab the 2 enemy sheet. Those down. And we're going to wind these out a little. There's a little bit more room. Both sides. Okay. All right. So what are we dealing with? 1 and 2. Okay. 4. 5 and 6. Shadow. 11. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so then I'm gonna use their... I wasn't prepared. I can grab their one, but let's use these. It's probably a lot easier to see on the board. So Curly is here, and Mo is here. And then we're here, here, or here, here. So I think we can split the party, especially if I can get her stuff down. I'll put her here and him here. It says if a seeker is defeated, if a seeker is defeated, you lose the battle. Go to 210. If the stags are reduced to 0, go to 211. Okay, cool. Got 2 health trackers. This stag is Patchy. Patchy is going to get 16 health. Patchy wants to beat up on the person with the most... Oh, there we go. Boop, boop. Patchy wants to beat up on the person with the most health. I'm assuming that we get all our health back. Otherwise, this game becomes damn impossible. But someone tell me if I'm wrong. I'll be back at 18 after that fight with the wyverns. And Patchy is going to target you. And then One Horn, who has 18 health. Also going to target the person with the most health. So One Horn is going after you as well. You'll go back to full health. Brian says, yes, you recover full health. Okay, thank you. Okay. Got my Kinfire. I got an exhaust that's in my deck. Oh, they hurt. They hurt. They actually hurt. And daze and do terrible things. Okay. Well, they don't range. I'll tell you that much. Starting off with shields might be fun, you know. Might be a good old time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alora's arrow. Alora's bow. Shot to the knee. I have the huntress. I want my... Oh, it's not in here. Acid arrow, solid shot, and splatter shot. I wanted my 2 ranger so I could just kind of move away from them and attack at will. This knee. You discover an explosive by bonds can be useful, especially against the sort of enemies they often find themselves up against. Hearing more of these would be in your best interests. Okay, so I can't use them, so that'll just go off to the side. One, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Come on, give me some wards. Mana Strike. Midnight Jig for the ward for the week. Blade Storm. Battle of the Fade. Mana Strike. Coordinated Attack. And Mystic. With the river in the map, I wish a croc would... Alright, so we're ready to begin. Oh, let's see how this goes. Oh, that was hilarious. That gave me a good laugh. What are we dealing with first? Number 3. 3's over here. Eyes rolling back in their sockets, the stag's mouth opens, releasing a fountain of fiery magic. 4+ weaken. After attacking, Patchy loses 2 health, then refocuses. So I've got nothing to block with. Well, I have +1 shield when blocking versus range. That is a ranged strike. So technically I have a shield. Technically in that space. Can I help you? Nope. I really couldn't help you even if I wanted to. So you're going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. You will gain a hurt card. While any hurt cards are in your hand, at the start of your turn, suffer 1 damage, ignoring shields per hurt card in your hand. If you did not gain a hurt card this turn, discard 1 at the end of your turn. When you discard a hurt card, return it to the pile. It basically vomited magic on me. Then it loses 2 health. And it refocuses 15, 17. So Patchy is going to focus on me. And that's it. Does it fart and glitter? Technically, they are blocking the shot. They're just blocking it with their face. I know, right, Steve? Alright, so next up, it is Fen. Fen's turn. At the beginning of my turn, because I have a hurt card, I will take a damage. Cool. Then, when played, give a weaken to 1 enemy. So let's play the Midnight Jig, and I do get another action after doing that. So the Midnight Jig, I will give weaken to this awful card. Put it right. And then I get another action. Then I get another. We're gonna do a move and a coordinated strike up here. We're gonna move here. I'm not versus ranged. Yep, I'm good. So I'm gonna do coordinated strike, which is a red and a blue. If I had my other song, I could have healed. but it's going to hit you for 2. After attacking each seeker in your space, including you may draw a card. Can I boost that lovely, lovely thing? I can boost it with this to give you an extra movement. The best I got, and I think stay. Oh, and this guy, he would have moved here to attack me. Sorry, I forgot to move him. He's supposed to move and then attack ranged. Okay, so I'm just hitting you for 2. You're already focused on me, so who cares? So you're gonna go to 16. Okay. Then you will become stunned. Dropping that bad boy right there. Actually right there. There you go. After attacking, each seeker on your space may draw a card. I will. Bolt of Confusion. I'll lock it down. That goes in. And I did not, it says if you did not gain a weakness card this turn, I did not gain one. At the end of your turn, discard it. So it's just kind of a 1 burn hit. Okay. I do have another action, so that's where we are. I might not be winning this fight. Hey, Laura. Okay. Alright, my lady. You got your bow. Which will give the +1, which will negate that 1 block. So we can shot to the knee on somebody. After attacking, place a wound on up to 3 of your target's active abilities. I can do splatter arrow. After attacking, give to every other enemy and seeker in your targets. I don't have the range to hit Shuckles, so I'm probably gonna have to drop that bomb on this guy. How's my Chewbacca laugh? So we'll do here. I'm gonna lock you down. Can't come to me. And can you boost any of that? Yes. Yes. So shot to the knee for 5 because I got my arrow in my hand, my bow in my hand. Sorry, they're in a place that blocks damage, so it goes down to 4. Gonna take 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, going to 12. You will then gain trapped on that one and that one. That's not a, well, it's an ability, it's not a passive, but that'll be fun. And you have interest in me. I still have action cards, so that works. Who's next? Oh, and I can move. I don't choose to move, but you are good within 1 square, so you will gain a shield. Because of my special ability. Nine. You don't move, and you are weak, and I'm your target. So you're gonna stay where you are and just be bad. Oh no, you're trapped. You can't move. Crap. Ah, jeez. All right, so he's trapped, so he can't move, which means he would come to me. However, 9 says before attacking, one horn refocuses on the nearest seeker, but can't move. Which he couldn't move anyway. They'd refocus on you. And then he attacks ignoring all shields. So that's just a straight 6. 1, 2, 5, and 6. Going down to 8 health. Big fun. Big fun. Okay. What else we got? 5. You are focused on her. The stag slams mighty hooves to the ground, shaking the earth with a massive growl. Choose the space with the most seekers within one space of Patchy. Patchy focuses on a seeker in that space before. I hate you. We just lost this. Okay, so Patchy is going to try to move towards... Choose a space within one space. So it will move. It can't attack, so then it will choose a seeker, focus on that seeker, and then attack that seeker for 1 plus 3 heart cards. Yay! 3 heart cards. Cool. Fabulous. Okay, we're not meant to win this fight. Okay, let's go. Ben's turn, who will take 1, 2, 3 damage. Going down to 4 health. Then he will discard those because he's not going to take any more damage. What can I pick me? I only got 1 ward in play, so I'll make this 3. I could do Confusion Bolt. Hit the other one. They'll knock it down to 1. Hurt cards, the gift that keeps on giving. Alright. Blue. Yeah, this does nothing for him. So we might just take an L on this one. Okay, let's do... This is 3 damage. Ain't gonna do much else. It'll give a weaken to him. So let's 2 and lock him down. So I'm gonna fire at you. Oh, you're gonna take straight 2. 1, 2, going to 12. And are you gonna contribute? Yes, you are. You're gonna contribute this to give me an extra movement. To that, and you will be locked down. Let's lock down that 5 because it lets you move up to 2 spaces, and I don't like it. So that'll do the 2 damage, the lockdown. I'll then move. If I can find my freaking song. I guess still have an action card. So no good. No good. One. Thank goodness. So you can't move. Patchy would move up to 2 spaces before attacking, but you can't move. Thank goodness. Okay. You are trapped and stunned. What would you do? Attack both. After attacking both times, you refocus. You're trapped, you can't move, and you're stunned, you can't attack. That would have been awful. That would have been awful. 6. So you are going to try to move within... choose the space with the most seekers within 1 space of Patchy. Focus on that before attacking. So you will move. You will gain the focus, but you can't attack her because it's melee, not ranged. Do I have any of my tokens in here? All right, there we go. Okay, so we are going to... Already got targets on me, right? After attacking, place a wound on up to 3 of your target's active location. This will put a weaken on you too. Splatter after attacking. This will give me just 2 attack because of my bow. This will give me 3, and after attacking, give to every other enemy and seeker in your target space. I think I'm gonna make this a twofer. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I can fill you up with wounds. Can you boost that at all, good sir? Yes, you can with Mana Strike. So we're gonna fire for 1, 2, plus my bow makes it 3 damage on you, and you can't. You gotta take it. Do 3 going to 9. Then we're gonna put a hurt on up to 3. Sure, I enjoy that. So that will do that. You gave me the boost. I'm going to move, give you another armor. Okay. You again. I think I gotta hit her with a splatter arrow. I wish I had my freaking trait down because I could ping her right here and I can hit her for. I can hurt her really, really bad. I think I'm a sniper for 3. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sniper for 3. And you. Oh, and I was supposed to drop a weakness on her because of that. Ooh, I missed that. I missed that. I missed that. Let's put it on that. This one. What is it? Red. Yep. Give another seeker the ability to draw or discard a card. Let's Mystic Force that. I want to charge. I'm going to draw a card. Shot to the knee. And I have to move, of course. I'm going to attack you for 3. That got me that. Got me that. And you're still focused on me, so you're going to go to 6. That's it. I still have my bow, which is an action, so. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. So we'll let. Let Valora go again. He has an action, just her bow. If I play that, I'll do. But we're gonna do Splatter Shot. That's what we're gonna do. And it's +1. I can't boost it, so we're gonna hit you for 3. Not in the space where you dodge. So you're gonna go down to 3 health. Okay, so you're gonna go down to 3 health, and you get, after attacking, give a wound card to every other enemy and seeker. Okay, so nobody else. Okay, so that's where it just. Oh no, but you get 2 anyway. You get 2 anyway. What's been played? 5 and 6 have gone out. Has the 3 and the 4? 3 and 4 has gone out. Has the 1 and the 2? The 1 and 2 has gone out. So this could wipe all that clean. I'm gonna do that, that, and I'm going to move, give you another armor card. And I still have 1 more left. I'll have to play my bow to flip my stuff. Ben's turn. Oh, I could give myself an extra movement if I play it. Yelp. Mana Strike. Give ourselves an extra movement. Here we go. I'm going to move, give myself an extra movement, move. Then I'm gonna attack you for 2+1 with a ward in play. 3. Suck, gas, evildoer. You go to 0. Okay, so what does it say? If the stags are reduced to 0, so you are out of play. I know you'll be back, but we'll just leave you right here. You're out of play. There's a lot of hurt right there, though. That's a lot of hurt. I wish I would have put it on you, but it's whatever. So I still have my bow and a shot to the knee left. I am out of cards. So at the end of my turn, I will discard this. Draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Charge my force. Flank. Midnight Jig. Blade Storm action, and my second battle phase. Okay, so 1's defeated. That's good. That's really, really good. 7. You. So rearing back on his hind legs, the stag lashes out. After attacking both times, he refocuses. So he can only move here. That's all you can do, my friend. You can only move and then you do the attacks. So nothing for you. But you are refocusing. Person with the most health is her, so it would be on her. $11. Discard all statuses from each great stag, then each great stag gains a health. If you're knocked out, I believe that doesn't matter, but you'll still gain 1, and you were dead anyway, so we can clear these off without issue. Sure, I'll pull those off, not a problem. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Alright, so I don't have an armor. This is gonna chafe. So I will get hit for after attacking both times, you'll refocus. So I'll get hit for 2. I just take that. 1, 2. I will get a stun card. I'll then get hit for 2 again after you refocus is still on me. And I will get a trapped card. Oh, yay. Her turn. What happens when you're stunned? While any stun cards are in your hand, at the start of your turn, discard one of your seeker chits from the bag, the spent chits area if able. If you do not gain a stun card this turn, discard it. So basically, grab this. That. And then I could discard this. And I can't move this turn, so I'll discard that. Throw cards everywhere. Okay, well, cool. So, I'm gonna attack you so I can charge my lantern. And you are gonna help me. While cards are in your hand, you cannot move on your turn. I'm good. So I'll just do... Yeah, so I'll just hit him for 2. You go into 11. And because I have no other cards left, and I can't move... 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was the exhausted card. It just came in my hand, but I charged my lantern. And I have my ward. I have the exhausted card. When you discard your hand, suffer 1 damage for each exhaust card. You may ignore this effect if you discard this card at any other time. Remove this card from your deck when you rest at an inn. So this card is persistent. Okay. Well, it's either going to be really fun or not. Ben's turn. We're going to put down Battle of the Fade. Shield card. I get to perform another free action. Can you help me move? No. Crap. Help me. There's not really much I can. Oh, here. Gain +1 when moving. You may bring an enemy in your space with you, and I gain +1 move when I do that. I'm just going to do that with Blade Storm. 1. I gain +1 move. Boom. And block. Block. Give you the ability to draw or discard a card with Acid Arrow. So you're going to do 2 damage to him. 1, 2, going to 9. Give him a weak card that I'm going to drop right on this 6. Then I'll draw a card. Bolt of Confusion. And he will focus on me. For good or for bad. And that is it. All right, timer reset. But who's gonna go now? I have a Huntress just You might need to go and move. You're gonna go next, Fen. I'm gonna hit you with Flank. Flank comes up with another weaken card. I'll drop that weaken right there. Then +2 damage if there's another hero in your space. All I got's block. So 4 damage to you. 1, 2, 4, taking you to 5. I'm going to move here. Chill. I still have action. Yep, I still have 1 action card left. Missed. Oh, and then all this goes back in. It was a rough round. Rough round. And I am actually going to use a Fate. The Void. I need this to work. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's throw those back in there. All right, so who's gonna go? Force isn't much. I think I need to give it to Valora. Yep, because she's got her stuff charged. And I should have done this, and then I would have been able to beat him. Actually, I'm going to retcon that. I'm going to retcon that last turn. I should have done this before I did the flank, which would have been 8. That would have been 4. Actually, it would have just taken you down to 1. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. But it would have taken you down to 1. Valora's going to go next. So let's just get this out of the way. She is going to go next. We won't retcon it. She is going to move 1 and fire her snipe. This attack may target anyone anywhere. It is that which would give a weaken status, which I'll drop here. Can you boost that? Yes, another Seeker may have the ability to discard a card. I'll discard this Exhaust. Bolt of Confusion will fire for 7, killing this creature. Okay, flip this back over. When it's reduced to 0, go to 11. 11. Probably they're gonna power up. I can win the first fight. Second fight. Oh no. Yeah, so that's go to 211 if we win. You pile the bodies of the stags to burn. Black blood oozes from their wounds along with a sharp scent. You look out at the dark trees of the nearby woods. Now the wyvern returns. No! You look out at the dark trees of the nearby woods. What could have caused these deer to go into such a frenzy? When the caravan catches up, the leader nods to you. He grimaces and looks away from the burning carcasses, passing you a handful of coins as hazard pay. Gain 6 more coins. Getting paid. 4, 5, and go to 212. When you arrive in Vina, the caravan leader shakes your hands in thanks. Over there's the inn. You can. Oh, wait, I gotta make it sound country, right? Over there's the inn. You can find the mare Dara there. And if you need us, we'll be camped by the lighthouse site. Inside the inn, you find an orcish woman leaning against a counter with a dwarf who appears agitated. The orc turns and smiles. You must be seekers, sent to escort the supply caravan. I'm Dara. Did everyone make it into town okay? You nod and she turns to the dwarf. There you go, Hoyt. Say your piece and make it quick. This lot looks like they could use a rest. He hesitates. If you please, meet me at the Burnt Alchemist lab later. I could use your help. 213. Once the dwarf takes his leave, you tell Dara about the sabotage bridge. Well, that's certainly not the first bit of trouble we've had, she says. I'll send some carpenters out to get a proper repair done before the Hierophant arrives. In the meantime, your room and board here at the inn is free. It's the least I can do. Let me know if you need anything, and feel free to explore the town a little. It's quite charming out here, away from the city. If you ask about Vina's lighthouse, go to 214. If you ask about Hierophant Celine, go to 215. If you go explore the town, go to 216. Let's ask about Vina's lighthouse, 214. Why is Vina constructing a lighthouse all of a sudden? There sits quietly worrying at one of her tusks before answering. The light from Din Lux. It no longer reaches us. I don't want to spread panic, but it's as if the Kinfire is diminishing. Yeah, that won't make people panic. The farms here are vital to the city, so I sent a letter asking for aid. Hierophant Celine herself agreed to come bless us with Kinfire as long as we built the lighthouse ourselves. Return to 213. We're going to ask for Hierophant Celine, 215. Why is the Hierophant leaving the safety of Din Lux to come to Vina herself? I was surprised by that as well, Dara says. I appealed to the temple for aid and heard back that Hierophant Selena herself was coming to bless a new lighthouse with Kinfire for us. She hesitates before continuing. The temple guards the secrets of Kinfire closely. Maybe only one as knowledgeable as the Hierophant could help. Regardless, I'm grateful she's coming. Go back to 213, so we're going to go to 216 to explore Vina. Enjoy our little town. When you're tired and hungry, come back here to the inn. Once you've rested, I've got something I could use your help with. And don't forget to meet with Hoyt if you have a chance. Open the atlas to map 3. Sure. Open the app list to map 3 and open the Vena pack in the loot box. Vena pack. Oh, that. Vena pack. Look at that. Easy enough. And open the Vena pack in the loot box. You have 3 city actions to explore the town with before you need to get on with your next mission. See the town exploration rulebook found in quest 3. We're not going to be doing that tonight. However, your third city action must be to go to location 1 and sleep at the inn. Take prompt Q3. This quest is over. From now on, when it's time for you to go on a quest, choose one from your available prompts. Keep in mind that you will never be offered a quest that is too difficult for you to complete. Prompt 3. So it says quest 3, Into the Shadows. Dara, the mayor of Vena, has requested your help on something once you've explored the town and rest up a little. When you embark on this quest, open quest 3. So that is that. This is a card that we did not get. And Vena pack. Vena pack. Open it up. Oh, there's other stuff when I start going to Vena, so that'll be there. All right. That is gonna be a stopping point. We'll shove these back in here, and when we come back, we'll do what card we get. We still actually, this wasn't a bad run. This wasn't a bad run at all. Those need to go there, and that's kind of where we left off. I mean, this game is fun. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very easy to use. Playing solo does have some rough edges, only because, hey, you got to remember to give them this and do that. And usually, you know, if I'm focusing on my character, I could be like, hey, you played a red, so don't forget to do that. But now I got to do that, do her, so it can get a little bit much, but overall, it's fun. Yeah, overall, I like it. It's very easy to approach. Very narrative driven. I would have liked the app to. I'll let Thomas know over at Foreteller that the app is breaking on 2.2 because all the audio for that was gone because I couldn't move past it. So they probably need to think of a way to move past it if something goes down. But I'll talk to them about that. The app is in alpha, so don't think that, oh yeah, it's released and it's already full of holes. It's in alpha, so it's going to be full of holes. But we got places to look through. We got to go to the Burnt Alchemist Lab. And then there's other places. I want to go shopping, so there's got to be a place that I could spend some money to get some fun stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. I think... I mean, I had a lot of armor that I could have done stuff with, and that's going to go back. I need to find a way to protect her. She doesn't get a lot of armor. So when she takes hits, it's to the face. Lots of combos to keep track of as well. Overall, I like the opening. It's fun to start. I feel like I got to the point where I played at Game of Palooza because this Burnt Alchemist Lab seems familiar. So I may go there just to do the thing. I had an issue with the app. I had to back out of it every time and come back in to hear the next part. It wouldn't go forward normally for me. Baron, did you use the new alpha app, the web app, or did you use the one on your phone? Like the Android, the Apple app, or did you use the web app? Oh, let's see. I love this game. 2 characters make the game more challenging, I thought. It does, but the health bump helps. So, I think that it's too soon to tell for me. I'll schedule another one. Because we played through quests 1 and 2. We'll do quest 3 and see how that shakes out. But so far, it ain't bad. It ain't. I'm not. It's not bad. Jury's still out. I like it, but I want to see it. I want to see what it does more for me. Like playing the same. Here's what I'm thinking so far. Playing the same cards. I'd like to see some more variety, but I've got this whole. I don't know what the heck is in these things, so I'm assuming there's a deck building aspect to it. So I'm curious to see how that evolves. The combat's pretty straightforward. I can see the potential with this bag, especially at higher player counts. You put 4 players in here. Oof. That there are downtimes for players potentially where either none of them will go, or one person's waiting a really long time. So higher player counts, I think this game probably falls short. I like the lower player count where I had more turn potential, like me playing personally. I'm not talking about the distribution of tokens, but me playing. At 4 players, I could see this game dragging for somebody. They're like, I'm waiting for my turn. This is why solo is great, as you have 12 turns per bag. Exactly. I think solo is good for this game because every time I pull a character token, it's me. So I'm always playing. So it keeps me engaged. That's how I feel about it so far, is that higher player counts, this game plateaus. I think you're right, Brian. I think 2 players is probably the sweet spot for this game. 3 is pushing it. It's really pushing it. But 2 players the sweet spot. Yeah. Too soon to tell everything else. It's fun, but we'll see how it shakes out. Okay. Let's head back up to the top. I don't like the concept of turn order in this game at all. Seems way too random. I think that's the basis of it though, Mike, right? I mean, I agree with you. I wish they would have done initiative a different way. I agree with you on that. At the same time, I think they're trying to go for the fate angle, not you using fate tokens, but if it's your turn, then it's fated to be your turn. If it's not, then it's not fated to be your turn. So the randomness of that initiative bag will turn a lot of people off because they're like, I'm playing a board game. I take fate in my own hands every time I go outside. I just want to play a board game and take my turn. And I think at higher player counts, what Mike's saying is true. Is like at 4 player counts and there's only 2 of your tokens in the bag, or 3, you have the potential of never playing for a very long time. Like I'm not a probability and statistics guy, but I'm sure someone who is can probably work out the probability and statistics around a 4-player game, how long it will take one person on the max of both thresholds, right? So Zach did a 3-character solo stream that was crazy. Zach's the man. Yeah, Locator Gaming, y'all should go check him out. He's amazing, but he's the man. I can't swing that. My brain can't handle 3. No way. I would mess up. If you felt I messed up here, I would have messed up worse with 3. 2 is my processing max, and I'm fully well okay with admitting that. So if anyone could play 4-handed or 3, spot on you. In a 2-character game, the other character may not always be able to boost the attacker's card. With more, there are more characters to help. There are, but the turn potential is still the hindrance, though, Steve. Like, you can only boost so much, right? If we talk about the decks of boost for attacking, let's just say for attacking, offense 1, 2, 3 cards to help boost. So that's Fens. 4 cards to help boost. Sorry, 4 cards. For you, I've got 1. Actually, no, it's just 3 cards from Fen. I just saw that. 1. I got 1 from Valora. So that means on if my turn never comes around, I can help y'all and say, hey, I'm gonna give you a boost card, but I never get to play. You know what I mean? Like, the 4-player count has a drop off, has a plateau, because the potential for me to say, I pull, is the enemy turn. I pull, it's their turn. I pull, it's another person's turn. I pull, it's another person's turn. So I've helped you block, I've helped you attack, I've helped you do this stuff, but I've never taken my turn. Oh, look, my turn came around. Okay, I only have 1 action card. I play that to do a thing. I get some help. My lantern charges up, and now I'm gonna sit here and wait with not, you know, I redraw up 7, and I'm gonna sit here and help to wait to drop my strongest attack until my turn comes around again. This is where I'm like I said, this is my first playthrough of it, so I could be completely wrong. I just get the sense that there is the potential for a lost turn, and like someone just not feeling like they're part of their character's not getting to play. Like, they're participating in the combat, but I can't use my lantern charge because I gotta wait for 13. There's 2 of those. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm 2 of 20. I mean, run those numbers, you know what I mean? It could be bad. It could get real bad if the first time through you get to go quickly at the start, then second time through you're at the end. Could be brutal. Yeah. I mean, I see how they've offset some of that though, because the targeting token, the focus token, shifts. So if I do something crazy, like if I do a 2 attack at my first turn, I could be like, I don't know what I'm gonna go next. So they can say, okay, well, you haven't gone in a while. I'll pull that aggro off of you and put it on me. But what happens if they're getting mashed and you can't do anything because you know your attack that would pull the aggro doesn't come up in a chip? So your party's getting devastated. You want to pull it off because you've got, hey, I've got full health, but my turn never comes around. You know, it's push-pull. It's push-pull. I completely understand and respect your opinion. I played 2 characters so far and got wrecked after a while. I'm bringing in a 3rd to see what happens. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. No, and please, like I said, I want y'all to take this with, like, this is initial feelings. I have not played this game enough to draw a full-on conclusion. This is just first time, initial play. Some of the things that I have concerns about. I don't feel like it's a pitfall of the game yet because I don't have enough experience with it. There are just things I have concerns about. But overall, the large, I back up from that specific issue and I back up. It's a fun game. It's good. It's solid. Very easy to approach, very fun to play. Yeah. I think they've tried to mitigate as much of the randomness as they can, or as much as they tried to mitigate as much of the downtime as they can, which I can see. And so overall, I think it's a solid title, but I need more time with it. So that's where I'll leave off. I know people will agree to disagree and stuff, and that's fine. I need more time with it because I can't draw that conclusion just yet. That's just my concerns. And as I play the game more, those concerns will either fall away or they will stack up, or they will get worse. And we'll see how that shapes up. But I'll schedule another stream so that we can play this some more. But yeah. That's gonna be all. We hit the 3-hour mark, so that's gonna be all. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining me. So let's run through just kind of what's coming up, because there's been a lot of schedule shifting around and I need to make sure that everybody's on the same page. So Thursday, Pac-Man and I are going to play Frostpunk on Tabletop Simulator, because I love Frostpunk. I think the game's amazing. Friday, we're going to be playing D&D on Friday. I've moved the time back, so D&D is returning on Friday, but instead of being at 9, it'll be at 9:30. So D&D at 9:30 with Barrett, Robin, Kim, and Steve, and myself as DM. Saturday is co-op chat. Sunday is Arkham with Kate and Cynthia. And then I've scheduled for the 2000 sub stream, I've scheduled that for December 2nd. So after co-op chat on December 2nd, I'll be doing the stream for a giveaway. And I'm trying to figure out which one, what game to play. I might do like a big, huge play of Kinfire. So I don't know. I'm figuring it out. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks everybody for coming in. Thank you, my patrons, YouTube subscribers. And if you're neither just coming in to hang out, thank you for coming and hanging out for us to play Kinfire. I like it. I want to play more. I just have concerns. That's all I'm saying, right? Don't take that as me bashing your game. I'm not. I just have concerns, but as I play it more, I will see how it shakes out. Until then, if y'all want me to play I will never turn down playing a game of Kill for Mike. Never. But until then, no, I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Bye, everybody.